Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. I grew up on the 50s, love my whole city. Got the little ones with me, I ain't going back to prison. House with a yard, I get my own unlocks. I walk my own yard. I'm Figueroa Philly. Test one. Test one. 1 2 1 2. Is everybody in? Is everybody motherfucking in? Here we go. Get a drink of this real quick.
There you go.
Today is Saturday, March 21st, 2020. We are officially in our second day of quarantine since the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, locked the entire state down. It's crazy shit, huh?
Yeah, we're in a state of emergency.
Straight out of a motherfucking movie and shit. I've seen like 10 of these type of movies and now I'm living in one. Okay, let's do it like this. Most of the world is locked down on quarantine at this point in time. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. Now, you can lose your mind with the madness, or you can learn from history. History is our biggest teacher, if you pay attention. 100 years ago, during World War I, there was a virus called the Spanish flu. 1918, there was one case in Kansas. By 1919, 1 million people worldwide were killed by this virus. By the end of the Spanish flu, there was 50 to 100 million fatalities across the entire motherfucking planet. I mean, these people were drowning in their own phlegm. Some of you might ask why so many died. If you pay attention to history, and it's so easy nowadays. I mean, we all have this in our phone, which makes us a part of AI, right? You know, ask me a question, I'll get it to you. I'll get you the answer to it. I'll get you some information on it within a minute. So some of you might ask, why so many died? Well, it's because they were not put on lockdown. They didn't go into quarantine. Soldiers continued to fight in the war, World War I, and people continued working, infecting each other worldwide. They continued with their daily life. And that was their biggest fucking mistake. So all the conspiracy theorists out there, because there's a lot of them, man, and I hear it and I see it, you know? Like, spend your time on looking up history. And this is why the leaders in our world are the leaders of our world, because they know our history. So if you know history, then you know what not to do again. Anyways, on that note, we're calling this podcast dedicated to the listeners. And my co-host today is one of LA's best criminal defense attorneys. I want you all to give it up for Nicholas Rosenberg. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back. It's been about 6 months since Labor Day, I believe.
Damn, yeah. Was it
All
Labor
right.
Day? It was
Yeah.
Labor Day, huh?
All
Good
right.
shit, brother.
Yeah, back in the chair.
Back in the chair, man. You know what I mean? And I've been meaning to get you back in the chair because our last there was a glitch in the system last time we had you on, and hopefully that glitch is gone. Hopefully everything's up and running right. Everybody hears the drum beat, right? You hear that drum beat right there? Tell me you hear that drum beat real quick, just so we know there's no glitches in this motherfucking system, boy. But yeah, last time there was a delay in the system. And so it almost, when you watch the podcast of us, it's almost like you're watching a fucking Chinese movie,
Right.
No pun intended to what's going on right now. No Chinese virus, Chinese virus.
Right.
Anyways, yeah. So anyways, I'm glad to have you back on, bro. I like having people on that are smarter than me, bro. You know what I mean? Because I love to learn, brother. You know what I mean? And what better than a criminal defense attorney?
I appreciate that. Everyone has their own type of smartness, right?
Yeah.
And, there's school, street smart, book smart, but there's also life smart. And I think that that's what they call experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that. I got a degree.
Right.
I got a degree in being life smart.
There you go.
AKA street smart. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm smart enough to have you on this motherfucking podcast, brother.
I appreciate that.
Along with, being blessed, man. But anyways, brother, I mean, how do you feel about this time we're in?
So I get a lot of questions. People are saying, hey, Rosenberg, what's up with martial law? What's happening with the government? What's happening with our rights? What's happening with the courts? So I have prepared something on those topics. So what martial law really means is that the civil courts, and that includes the criminal courts, are closed. They're not operational. And the military basically comes in and is responsible for law and order under the rules of military courts and military commissions.
Yeah.
So the first thing is that we're not in martial law. If you see California National Guard, the state militia, Newsom has just deployed them to help out with logistics with food banks. That does not mean we're under martial law. It means that the governor is in charge of his troops and he's putting them out for a humanitarian purpose. So for some of you who were here in 92, here being LA area for the riots, we had the National Guard standing there with rifles on the rooftops. And that was not martial law. That was the state militia enforcing civil law. So that's the first thing. We're not in martial law.
Hey, well, that's a good thing, brother. You know what I mean? And National Guard's out, man. They're just, they're not trying to kick our doors in and give us a vaccine, shove a vaccine down our throat. They're just out there to help out, right? Just in case, worst case scenario, people get sick and other people start freaking out or something, right? What do you think about this coronavirus though, brother? You know what I mean? I was doing a little bit of research on it, and let's check it out. Check it out. So the coronavirus, there's been 305,179 cases. There's been 13,000 deaths. Recovered from the coronavirus is about 95,000. Okay. 5% have been serious or critical. 95% of these cases have been a mild condition. This is just there's a lot of people online that have talked about saying, hey, you know what, we're not ready for a virus to hit us, but how can you prepare for something until it comes? Right? And then it came from China, and word has it, I just cut myself out. Word has it that it has come from bats.
Right. Yeah, I had heard anecdotally, meaning I don't have necessarily an authoritative source to back it up, but that there was somebody who was eating bats in Wuhan, and that was how the virus crossed over from the animal kingdom into the people kingdom, if you will.
Yeah. Can I read something to you real quick?
Sure.
Or to all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I know what I did with it. And this is in regards to what we're talking about. Okay. So this is what it is. So in Wuhan, China, they have a animal market, all kinds of different animals. And, these animals are in cages. These animals are up for the public to buy. And I mean, they have bats there, and I'm sure those bats aren't there for people to have a bat as a pet, right?
Right.
I mean, what are they going to do with those bats, bro?
Well, I guess if there's an equivalent to Halloween in China, but absent that, I think you're right. I know when I was in San Francisco for many years, I knew the activists in Chinatown, and one of them, I won't name names, but he got prosecuted for selling armadillos in a Chinatown market, live armadillos. Same question. What was that for?
Yeah. So you don't want to pull the trigger. You don't want to answer the question.
No, I'm saying I agree with you.
No, 100%. No, I'm just saying.
They're selling.
Yeah, they're selling these animals to eat them, right?
I think it's highly likely, but I don't know if I'm in a position to speculate.
That's what I meant by what I just said right now.
Yeah.
And I caught the vibe. You were not gonna, go put your, one foot in front of the other and 100% speculate, right?
I mean, a bat is kind of like a rat with wings, right?
Bro, like how can you fucking eat that? Have you seen a bat up close? That is the most ugliest fucking, there's only one, it's a mammal, and it's the only mammal that flies, a fucking bat. I mean, fuck all that shit. This is an ugly motherfucker, you know what I mean? What are we gonna eat? Some bat beef jerky? Or like, what are you gonna do with that bat? Like, oh, these motherfuckers, man, they just eat anything nowadays, you know what I mean? So check it out. In this Wuhan market, this is an article on CNN, okay? It says when a bat is in distress, you know what I mean? By being hunted or having habitat damaged by deforestation, being taken out of the forest. Its immune system is challenged and it finds harder to cope with pathogens it is otherwise took in its stride. We believe that the impact of the stress on the bats would be very much as it would be on people. You know what I mean? When people are stressed out, they get sick. You know what I mean? They used a example of someone that has cold sores. When they stress out, the cold sore pops up. You know what I mean? So they're saying it would allow infections to increase and to be excreted, to be shed. You can think of it like if people are stressed, blah, blah, blah. That's what I just said. But anyways, in the likely epicenter of the virus, the so-called wet markets of Wuhan, China, where wild animals are held captive together and sold as delicacies or pets. I mean, they're good. They're eating them bats. They ain't gonna have a fucking bat in a bird cage in a motherfucking their living room, right? You know what I mean? But anyways, they're basically saying that these animals right here, man, that's, most, it seems like a lot of viruses come from animals, right? Swine flu, bird flu, it's coming from animals, man. And shit is crazy though, man. I mean, how do you feel? Do you think China should be held accountable for this?
Well, that's an interesting question. If I were in Beijing, I think what I would do is offer humanitarian aid in the form of cash. So 200 million goes to the US to help address the concern. And that way people aren't blaming and having the resentment. So I think as a good public policy, if they were to kick down and without admitting fault, like we do when we settle a lawsuit, but it would go a long way if they put out $1 billion, Italy, South Korea, United States, Canada. I think that would be the political move for them to make, instead of saying, we're so transparent, but we see video footage coming out where that seems to paint a different picture from what they're officially saying.
Yeah. I mean, let's go to what you're talking about in regards to Let's look at some numbers real quick. I mean,
Mhm.
China's number one, 81,000 cases, 3,500 deaths. Italy is number two, 47,000 cases, 4,000 deaths, more than China. You know, for some reason, the ratio is kind of fucked up right there. You know, China is doing something better than what they're doing. I don't know. Spain, 25,000 cases, 1,300 deaths. Now, that's the top three. Let's look at California real quick. How many cases do we have in California? Since we are in California, I know a lot of listeners are in other states. California, we are number 4 on the list, 1,200 cases, 24 deaths. New York is number 1 with 10,000. They say that's the hot zone right now, New York, you know. What is his name? Governor Cuomo or Mayor? Mayor Cuomo? Anyways,
I think it's governor,
right? 10,000 cases, and they've had 56 deaths. Let's look at Mexico. I mean, Mexico's our neighbor right here, right? Let's see what they're talking about. They have 203 cases, 2 deaths. You know, and the 2 deaths weren't even fucking the coronavirus, probably some cartel hits.
Yeah,
they just threw it in there.
Yeah,
there's a couple dead bodies. Blame it on the coronavirus.
Biological weapon. Well, I want to go back to a statistic that you mentioned earlier, which was the 95% and the 5%.
Yeah.
So when we argue reasonable doubt to a jury,
gotcha.
Do you want to be the one who has a 5% chance of ingesting the poison? No, you're going to avoid that because you don't want to be the 5%. So we do see acute cases, fatalities, lower numbers, but we don't want to take the chance. And you mentioned Italy. If you look at the way the Italian cities are built, it's much denser. So people are closer together.
Yeah.
LA, on the other hand, we're relatively spread out and we don't spend that much time in public spaces walking around.
Yeah.
We do it in interior spaces like the mall.
So that makes sense. That makes sense in regards to why the ratio with Italy is, I mean, the percentage is just fucked up right there, right? You know, and then, you know, what's crazy about this, and this is, you know, I'm a father. I have 2 young daughters, beautiful daughters. And, you know, one of them is sick right now. And I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? I mean, but they're always sick, you know, they always get sick. You know, it's just, they're at that age. They go to school and they eat boogers. And one of them likes to, you know, put dirt in their mouth. And, you know, anyways, you know, they're just kids, you know, but the kids are somewhat immune to this. And it's because they have not developed receptors, you know, and they don't develop the receptors until after puberty. So usually there's a U shape with viruses. Now, the way I've read that they explain the U shape is young, which is not fully developed immune system. And then the U shape comes to the older people, which is old and a weakening immune system. So with that said, it's not like that with this virus. You know, this virus is attacking the old, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's attacking the old. And you got to watch out with our babies, man, because our babies can be carrying it and they can be passing it on to, you know, grandma, to grandpa, or to mom and dad, you know? So watch out with all them little baby kids, all them booger eating little kids. I mean, we might have to keep them away from us, man. Them little babies, man. I don't know.
Well, one thing I've been thinking about, I'll give you a couple statistics. I saw a story where they said, I believe it's 24 LA County deputy sheriffs are in self-isolation because some of them are first responders and went to a scene. There was 3 deputies that went to a scene where a woman was there and she ended up dying, so they may have been exposed. But if you think about our LA County jail system, they've suspended all visits for civilian visits, but the attorneys were still allowed to go. But what if there's one case of coronavirus that goes inside that dorm?
It's a wrap.
Everybody in that dorm. So the sheriff has released about 400 people on an early release. We usually call that the kick. But that's what I'm really concerned about, because it's already poor conditions. The guys always tell me, Rosenberg, we got bed bugs, we got skin rashes, we put in for medical, nothing happens. So to me, and we use the phrase captive population. So if that's something I'm worried about.
Yeah, no.
And that could happen from contact visits, even in CDCR.
Yeah.
Which is the prison system for those who may not know.
I mean, I think they're, like you said, they're basically just shutting down. They're locking them down the way they're locking us down out here. I mean, it's a really strange time in history, brother.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things that's interesting right now is growing up in California, we always hear, well, there's a drought, or there's the oranges are having a fungus. And so there's a state of emergency. And we're inured to that term. But right now, this is the legit. The governor has the power under the Emergency Services Act to basically take over every state agency. So it all comes back to him, and the local health agencies are using the governor's power. Usually the way it works is we have the power and we give it to the governor, but during this situation, the governor has tremendous powers. So what happens when they declared the state of emergency is it frees up money, and the governor actually has the power to commandeer private property. So imagine your favorite stadium, the Fabulous Forum.
Yeah.
He could literally set up a state-run operation if they needed to for medical care. But there's one thing that's interesting that I was researching, and that part of the state of emergency means that it's harder for us to sue the state of California if they do something wrong in the exercise of their powers. So that's a consequence of the Emergency Services Act that he's utilizing right now.
Wow. There's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be getting, I think there's a stimulus package of $2 trillion.
Okay.
I mean, they're saying that the kids aren't going to, they're not going to finish out this school year. Like, this is just not going to be like a 2-week thing. To my understanding, they're saying, hey, look at it for a couple months. I mean, we're good right now. Like everyone, I mean, what do you think about everyone? I mean, a lot of savages out there right now too, with the price gouging, people, hoarding toilet paper. I mean, it's so strange walking into these markets and the shelves are just empty. Have you done any market shopping?
I have. And, what I can tell you is, human psychology, people feel threatened. So they latch on to something that makes them feel secure. So people are thinking, well, I won't be able to shop, so I better get everything I can now. And that does remind me of something. The governor actually has the power to ration water. So the governor could actually take control of these basic necessities. I don't know if he's ever rationed toilet paper, but
he needs to ration toilet paper because he's fucking. I mean, when you went to the market, like what are the essentials that you get? Like what's Rosenberg goes to the market and he's like, you know what, this is what's gonna hold me over. Are you walking in there and being like, you know what, I'm just gonna take what's left.
So I eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
And I try to eat balanced.
Yeah.
I eat meats, things like that. Stock up on some water, but our LA County water is very safe.
Yeah, that's what they're saying too. They're saying why
really
you guys? They're saying why you guys freaking out about water, man? Just drink that shit out the faucet. I mean, I was raised with water out the faucet. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what? Back to what you were saying too, in regards to, people. I mean, that shit is contagious. When you go into that supermarket, like I went to Costco and everybody was just bugged out, and this was like, this was not last week, but the week before. When it was kind of sinking in a little bit, where, everyone's watching the news and, and people just, I went in there, before everyone was wearing the gloves and the mask now. And the anxiety, you can feel the heighten of the anxiety. And honestly, that kind of like, I mean, that leaked over to me, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Shit. Oh shit. Like I just went there for a couple of things, but when I went in there and I caught that vibe of everybody else, I was like, hold on, I need this too. You know what I mean? It's just, oh man, it's just strange, brother. It's really, really strange, man.
You know, we're social creatures and we've got millions of years of programming in our brain to survive, and we emulate each other. So we pick up on that. You can call it vibes, body language, whatever you want to say. But, you know, I mean, what would you do if you had 2 minutes in an empty store to go in and get what you want? What would you bring out of that store? Some people would get a handle of tequila. Yeah. Some people would hoard paper products.
I mean, I think at this point in time, I think everybody's going to say toilet paper. You know what I mean? Toilet paper, you know? And so on that note, real quick, on that note, check it out. I got some special toilet paper for all the listeners. You know what I mean? We're going to go ahead and auction off this roll right here. It's a special roll. It's a 3-ply toilet paper. And it's not your ordinary toilet paper. This is Hoodstock's toilet paper right here. You know what I mean? You can wipe your ass with this podcast right here. You know what I mean? If that's how you really feeling about shit. You know, but to the highest bidder, this roll of toilet paper will get sent to you. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. That roll of toilet paper is gonna get sent to you, and I'm gonna throw in a Hoodstock shirt too. You know what I mean? Hoodstock shirt and a roll of toilet paper. Holla at your boy. Get this shit cracking. No, I'm just fucking around. Stupid. Anyways, I was trying to.
One thing, just jump in on that, is I saw a video and the lady basically said, look, hop in the shower.
Yeah, wash your ass off.
I'm just throwing that out there for consideration.
Yeah. I mean, unless you take them sloppy ass shits, you know what I mean? And then you fucking jump in the shower and you spray it on the side of the shower and you got corn and motherfucking carne asada on that motherfucker. No. Yeah, no, I get it, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to all the listeners. Much love. I appreciate all you motherfuckers. Hey, sorry about, you know, I'm coming into this. You know, this isn't the average podcast that we do in regards to times like this, you know? And so I was trying to read you guys off some statistics. I tried to, you know, do a little studying on, you know, history and statistics. I know it was kind of rough, you know what I mean? But I was just trying to throw some stuff out there, you know, and kind of plant the seed with some of you cats that aren't paying attention to some of this. And the ones that know, you guys already know, you know what I mean? But, you know, bear with me, you know. I'm learning as we go, just like everybody else, right?
Right.
You know?
So people also been asking about, well, okay, let's say I don't follow the order, stay at home, self-isolation, however you want to describe it. Technically, it can be a misdemeanor to violate that. But everyone has said, well, enforcement is not our goal. But I think people are worried, people are speculating, and people are asking, hey, Rosenberg, what can we do about this? What's going on with this? I have heard that people have gotten citations. In the Bay Area, somebody had a $500 citation for violating social distance. And I've heard of one case in the LA area, a $200 citation. So, you know, to the best of your ability, I would advocate following these orders.
This your punk ass wants to go to jail over a motherfucking citation. Now they ain't taking nobody to jail for citation.
I haven't heard of it, but it's basically they're issuing civil fines right now.
I mean, and they're probably not going to be cheap. They're just going to tax your ass. Like, you're being a dick. You're not following the instructions. We're not going to take you to jail, but it's just going to cost you $500, motherfucker. I mean, $1,000. I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking sober as fuck right now. I need to take the edge off.
Cheers.
I got my boy Rosenberg right here, the man. Hey, salute to everybody. Let's take this motherfucking edge off. It's Saturday night, boy.
All right. I'm going to wait on that for a minute. No disrespect and no refusing the hospitality.
Woo! It's all good, brother. You do what you got to do. You got to drive after this.
So
that's all I got to do is fly high.
One thing is, you know, people were asking me because the LA County courts were closed from the 17th to the 19th, and that initiated a wave of phone calls. Rosenberg, I have court on the 18th. What do I do? What's going to happen? So what the Superior Court did is they've actually recalendared court dates. So for those people who know how to go onto the court website, which is lacourt.org, and they know how to pull up their case, they can find the date. But not everybody knows that. So that's created a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety and uncertainty. So I had a case for preliminary hearing on the 18th that's been reset for Monday. So people have been calling me about that. And what the courts have done is they said, we're using those 3 days. We declared it like a weekend, so they're not court days. And they say they're planning and preparing, and they've scaled back operations so that there are no jury trials. And if you know about the speedy trial rights that we have, a lot of people are very upset and concerned. But I think what it is, they're just trying to limit jurors coming to the courthouse.
Right.
And I understand the needs of the many and the needs of the few, but I'm on the side of the guy who's in custody, who wants his trial, and he thinks he's picking a jury on March 18th, and now they've come in and they've taken that away.
It's a bad time for trial, huh? It's a bad time for trial. Hey, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have let's do it like this. Hey, the homie Shooter wanted to call in and say hi to everybody. He wanted to ask you a question. He wanted to say hi to everybody. He wanted to touch down with the podcast. So let's go with this. We're gonna have homie call in right now and shit. Let me give him a text real quick. But yeah, it's a bad time right now, bro, for, cats that are fighting cases and shit. Everything is pushed back. Okay, let's see who this is right here. Hold on. Hello.
Hey.
Shooter?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, what up, brother? Hey.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey,
yeah.
Shooter, you're live right now. Hey, everybody give it up for motherfucking Shooter, boy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing right now?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Ah, shit.
How you doing, Rosenberg?
Mr. Shooter, how are you, sir? This is Nicholas Rosenberg, private criminal defense attorney.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Excelente.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, bro.
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you have a question? Yeah. Do you have a question? And I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm curious that you're calling in.
Oh, no, yeah, I have a question.
Wait, hold on. Hold on real quick. Let's get into your question, but do me a favor, bro, and whatever you have in the background, turn that down because that's leaking over to us right now.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. Hey, check it out, bro. Okay. I mean, how is everything going with you, brother? You know what I mean? Bro, like you're everybody loves Shooter, man. They love your story, brother. You know what I mean? And everybody wants you back, brother. You know what I mean? I want you back. You know what I mean? But what is going on in your life since the podcast?
In all honesty, I'm trying to live my life. I mean, it's hard. It's heavy out here for doing so much time and then trying to come out here and be getting shot down a lot on jobs and everything like that. But I'm a perseverer because I got to keep going. I can't stand stagnant and fall back into the same things that led me to the consequences that I found myself in doing 13 years. So life is real hard, though, for everybody that's listening and everybody that's done time, and especially Chance and everybody who's done a significant amount of time. Life is extremely hard out here. But, I got my friends, my wife, my family. I got lucky. My brother, shout out to my mom and dad, everybody that's helping me along and, keeping me in a positive direction.
Yeah, for sure. But so, I mean, do you need help with employment right now? Maybe we can have, maybe a listener can.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a prideful individual. Like if you guys have anybody listening, they got construction jobs. That's where I dabble in. That's where my background is. I'm an iron worker, a rod buster. So yeah, construction business is kind of slow right now, and then the job opportunities with coronavirus are kind of out as well because they're not hiring based on everything that's going on with the coronavirus at the moment. But yeah, I could to set my pride aside, yeah, I could use that, huh?
Yeah, for sure, brother. So check it out. Everybody that's listening right now, if you have an employment lead for Shooter, get at him on his Instagram, and that's at True Blue. What is it again, brother?
It's at True Blue 79. And for those that request me, my wife runs my social media. That's Madonna Lee. Just please be patient. She usually does a background on you guys as well and checks the profiles just to make sure there's no law enforcement or anything trying to come onto my Instagram. But please just be patient, and she'll accept you guys. You know. But yeah, it's at True Blue 729 on Instagram.
True Blue 729. And so, how do you? Let's get your thoughts real quick, bro, on this coronavirus, bro. This strange time in history we're in, brother. You know what I mean? How do you feel, man?
Like honestly, this is the first thing I've ever experienced, like an actual pandemic. Being in the streets, you know, for the swine flu and all that, I was busted, so it didn't really affect me, especially the Ebola virus and everything that's going on. But as far as getting all hyped up within the jive of this coronavirus, I really don't find myself doing that. But I mean, my thoughts on it is the same as the influenza. You know what I mean? Influenza kills more people than the coronavirus, but this is just something new that's doing an outbreak, and it's really scaring people. So I would just follow what people are saying, the cautiousness of everything, and you know, just stock up and be ready. You know, this could be the next Walking Dead.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to laugh about that, but you're absolutely right.
Shooter, I don't know if you're following
Yes,
me.
sir.
If you're not, self-promotion, check it out. You might like it. But I posted about 4 posts ago a listing of companies that are hiring people despite their felony record. So if you go
where did you where did you post that at, Rosenberg?
At Attorney Rosenberg, and I posted that. And another
Hold
thing,
on, give me 1 second. Let me write that down.
Yeah, it's on.
Go ahead.
At Attorney
I'll tag you on it later, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
So
okay, that works. Go ahead.
It's a listing of about 25, 30 companies that are known for hiring ex-felons. And the other thing I wanted to say is, you know, you mentioned the union being an iron worker, and most of my guys, when they come out, you know, sleeve, they have this, they're blasted up, whatever you want to say. One of the best things they do is get into a union, and they're able to make solid money, no college degree, even despite that record. So I appreciate you. Shout out to the union.
Yeah, that's right. I applied for the union. I had to have a sponsor. That was my only thing, because I worked for non-union ironworker establishments companies like Hop Steel, R&B. They're not union. So when I went to go apply down to Palm Hall, there's only like 2 days you could apply, from Wednesday to Thursday from 1 to 3 o'clock. And anyways, I applied, and basically they told me I needed a sponsor. So Mr. Rosenberg, if you have any sponsors like that, any ironworker crews or anything like that could use as a sponsor, I would appreciate that.
Let me give Rosenberg a little background if he doesn't know who Shooter is. So Shooter did this podcast right here, brother, and he's had over 250,000 views on this channel right here. His podcast, brother, he did 13 years. He did 9 years straight in Pelican Bay. He was a part of the hunger strike. Yeah. You know what I mean? This dude, I'm going to forward you. I don't think you've watched his interviews. You haven't watched his interviews?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to forward you his interviews so you can see. And so now let me tell you a little bit about Rosenberg. Rosenberg has represented a lot of high-profile cases. And probably some of them dudes were in Pelican Bay as well.
Yeah, I've been to the Bay. I've done the Bay visit as an attorney.
Do you happen to know Charles Carbone, Rosenberg?
I met Charles Carbone in the year 2000 in the Mission District, because my mentor as an organizer was with California Prison Focus, and I've met him.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
More recently when he did a Prop 36 resentencing in LA. I think that was 2014. And I do
I talked to him.
Yeah.
He came up to the Bay, and I talked to him about that pertaining to Prop 36, because I qualified at a moment, but I got disqualified based on my charges. But yeah, he came and talked to me. He's a very good lawyer.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. I actually saw a part of that hearing, and I think that if I were to debate Carbone on prison regulations, I think I would sit that out, because the man, He knows his regulations like nobody else that I've ever met.
He's a beast, huh?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's a cool dude. And he hasn't changed in 20 years, bro. He looks the same. It's kind of an amazing,
Yeah, he is.
amazing guy. He also, I think, correctly describes himself as the attorney who's visited the most prisons.
Yeah,
So
he has. Yeah.
He's
Him
putting
and
in the work.
another attorney. Yeah, him. Have you ever heard of Ann Wells by chance?
Ann Wells.
She was a big advocate on the hunger strike during all that time.
Sure. Yeah. I knew the guys, Jules from the East
Oh yeah,
Coast.
Jules was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Scott Budnick, let's give Scott a shout, Anti-Recidivist Coalition.
Yeah, he's a real good guy.
Which,
Yeah,
by
shout
the
out to
way,
Scott Budnick.
I also, it sounds like you're familiar with the work they do, but they
Yeah, I
can
am.
be
Yeah.
an effective reentry organization for folks who are coming out of prison and don't need people judging them because they're done.
Yeah.
They did their time and they want to move on. So,
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He funds the ARC program, the ARC.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good program. Yeah. I had a few questions for you, if you don't mind me
All
asking
right.
that I thought I would like to get your your opinion on.
Sure.
The first one is in the light of the federal oversight. I don't know if you're familiar with Los Angeles and Riverside systems. Do you believe that the justice system as a total has failed the common people?
Okay, so I think you're talking about the receiverships in California over the mental health, which led to the reclassification and the credits. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
And then
that's exactly what I'm talking
Riverside, yeah, I think, what was his name? D.A. Trask, during his administration. The Riverside police, I believe, there were rampant abuse claims, and they were in receivership for 5 years. And I forget the dates, but that's also what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I have one more. In your opinion and experience as a criminal defense attorney, are the judges predominantly biased towards you and the client that you're representing?
Well,
during your cases?
So the answer is yes, it depends, and no. And the reason I say that is because every judge is different. Here's what I'll tell you. I'll throw some stats your way. I would say over 85% of all bench officers in LA County are former prosecutors. Now, is that good? Is it bad? It's just a statistic, and somebody may have a better statistic, but in general, that's how it goes. The former defense lawyers, anecdotally, tend to be very strict because they feel like everybody thinks they're going to give away the candy store. So some of the former prosecutors are able to see through the system, and they can lean on the prosecutor and say, hey, get Rosenberg an offer here because this case is weak and we need to move it through. So is there bias against defendants? Sure. Anyone who hears somebody's been criminally accused, it's very difficult not to have bias against a defendant, even when we know victims, our alleged victims, sometimes don't tell the truth, sometimes deliberately manufacture cases. So, but I always give everybody a fair shake and I try to be professional. And there are judges who are not on the defense team.
Right. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate you answering those.
I mean,
by the way, you sound like a very sharp and articulate guy. And I know 9 years in the Bay is very, very tolling and taxing on your psychology. So I want to commend that you sound focused, you sound energetic, and I haven't met you, but you sound like a solid guy. How about that?
Thank you. From a man of your stature and the occupation that you occupy, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, brother. Hey, thank you for tapping.
Okay, Lucky.
Thank you for tapping in, my boy. And hey, let's talk later, brother. I mean, everybody is requesting. You are the highest
we will do
person requested on this podcast, brother. I mean,
thank you. Just let me give a shout out to all the fans, everybody that's listening. He's up on Lucky, man. He's trial and error, and he's getting very good. And he's just spinning out that quality content. So keep on tuning in.
Hey, You ain't gotta ease up on me, motherfuckers. You do what the fuck you do. You know what I mean? Fuck all that shit. Do what you do. You motherfuckers want to talk shit? Talk motherfucking shit. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. Hey, dog, this is the way I was raised, bro. You know what I mean? If you treat me bad, I know you love me. You know what I mean? I'm just.
That's right, brother.
It don't even make sense sometimes, right. You know what I mean? It's that tough.
Right.
It's that tough love, my boy. You know what that's about, my G. Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey,
Yes, sir.
Shooter, I love you, my boy. I appreciate you.
All right, I love you too, brother.
Yeah, dog, and it's
Anytime, Mr. Rosenberg. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I definitely will get a hold of you.
All
So
right,
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for your thoughts and everything.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
best of luck, and hit me up. You can DM me anytime.
I will do, sir.
There it is right there. Everybody give it up for Shooter.
All right. You have a good night. Love you. Goodbye.
You too, my boy. I'll holler at you later.
All right, buddy.
All right, late. Shooter, man. The dude's a fucking, I mean, he's just wired up different, as you can tell by just having a little conversation with him. He's not your average homie, you know what I mean? Like, the dude is very articulate. He's got a lot of passion and what he believes in. And he's just a solid dude, like the vibe you caught, bro. He's a fucking solid dude, man. You know what I mean? And he's been through some shit. You know what I mean? He's got a good story and he knows how to tell it. 100%. You know what I mean? But hey, any more questions for Rosenberg, because he is on limited time here on the podcast. Attorney Rosenberg. Everybody follow this man on Instagram at Attorney Rosenberg. You know what I mean? Let's blow his numbers up. His numbers are already good, but let's get those followers going on his page. Anybody got any questions for Rosenberg while he's here? Let's get it going and shit. But hey, brother, you did a lot of research right here. You know what I mean? Can we get into a little bit of that?
Sure.
You started to talk about it, and then we just kind of got sidetracked a little bit.
Right.
We fell off it.
So what's interesting is, well, the first thing I think is interesting is that most people think that lawyers know everything about the law. And I try to stay in my lane with criminal defense. I'm a certified specialist, but because I'm an attorney practicing doesn't mean that I'm an administrative law expert. And so the question about martial law led me into certain cases, and the governor's emergency powers led me into the government code. And that's a whole separate area, specialized statutes that impact us. But again, if you're not a government lawyer in Sacramento, say with Health and Human Services or public health, these are statutes that I don't use.
Let me throw something at you real quick.
Yeah.
So I get it. You stay in your lane, you do what you do. And sometimes you got to do a little research in regards to shit that's out your lane. You know what I mean? But if I had a homie right now and he said, man, my girl's acting like a motherfucking whoop-de-whoop-whoop. I need to get rid of her ass. I need a divorce lawyer. Could you represent that man?
Yeah, I've done family law cases, and for the right situation, sometimes I take those on. I've done divorce, custody and visitation. I know how to take kids back. I know how to,
How about this?
Yeah.
How about Lorena Bobbitt when she cut off her dude's dick? Would you be able to represent that dude with a straight face?
The female or
the female that cut off the dude's dick. Remember that back in the day?
Sure, yeah. Well, what's interesting about that is, again, is there bias against a defendant? And, even if this guy here, even if he was facing criminal charges as a defense lawyer, I would have to take a look at that, because advocating for people's rights goes beyond the individual. So to tie it back up with Lorena Bobbitt, we have a doctrine in California. We now call it intimate partner battery, but basically it's battered women syndrome. And if that's part of it, that's a valid legal defense. And that's the law in California. Follow the law.
Nah, bro. I don't want
but
you.
I don't want you to represent
me. I know. I don't want you representing her. I want you representing homeboy. Your Honor, this crazy ass bitch cut his dick off.
Oh, well, that would be the prosecutor.
Okay.
That would be the prosecution.
Okay. Oh,
because
it's the case.
That's the alleged.
Hello.
Victim.
Fucking dumbass. How many times I've been in a courtroom? Too many fucking times, and I fucking switch that shit up. Yeah. All right. I get it. But anyways, back on track
right?
on what you're talking about in regards to
Okay.
this.
So one of the things, again, with the martial law is, and if anybody knows lawyer Claire White, I'll give her a shout out. She's got about 13,000 followers. She's in the Bay Area, and she's a
Oh,
colleague.
The Blondie?
Yeah, she puts out the dope law facts, and I'll give her a shout because, she's talking about the things that people really have on their mind, the questions that she gets asked all the time, and she talked about martial law. I started getting inquiries, so I started peeking around. And
She is a hot lawyer.
right, all right, I got you.
Okay, continue. Carry on.
What I like about Claire, and I think that she sees her role as checking the government. And, in our criminal cases in state court, we say the people of the state of California, the people. And when we're in federal court, we usually say the government. And when you start saying the government in state court, some of the prosecutors, they get upset, but that is who they are. They're not the people. And like I always say, I represent the people of the state of California, one people at a time. So just to get back to the martial law.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Mr. Politically Correct Rosenberg. One more question for you.
All right.
When it comes to a female, is it brains over beauty or beauty over brains?
Well, I think the answer is it depends. Everybody's got their thing. In theory, people get smarter and more experienced over time.
Yeah.
So that is an attribute which gets better and better and better. Even despite our modern medicine looks, they tend to deteriorate. So I guess it just depends where you want to be on that curve.
That's that curve, man. That's that
Right?
curve.
It's not a U curve.
No,
That's
it's not.
not a U curve.
Yeah, I got
Right.
it. I'm sorry, bro. Excuse my.
No. So I think, like I said before, just to get back to the 92 riots, I was here in LA. I was actually there at Parker Center at the first moment that it was all happening. I happened to be downtown. So like knuckleheads, we said, let's go down and see what this is. And later I went down into the 70s and took a lot of pictures. But when people saw the National Guard on the city streets, that was a huge impact. And I don't think anyone who lived through that will ever forget it. That was not martial law.
That was fucking mayhem.
That was
madness.
That was the state militia helping enforce our laws and helping to keep the peace. So for my money, what we're going through now, I believe is easier than what the city went through during the 8 days, 9 days of rioting and the aftermath. That's how I see this.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a Sublime song for those who catch my reference.
I love Sublime.
Yeah.
Wish that dude was still around.
Right. All right. So I think that, I'm not a public health expert. I'm not a doctor, but I believe that with social distancing and washing hands, I don't see anything wrong with that. So I'm willing to follow that and comply with that. 2 years ago, wearing a surgical mask in LA was something that we saw Asian Americans doing, but it wasn't our fashion choice. And now I see Reverie, she's got a Sartori Mob surgical mask that she's wearing. So you kind of never know where things will go, right?
But was that pre-coronavirus?
No, I think it's more current. It's in
current.
our current climate.
So, not speaking on Reverie, but just in general, I mean, are we just trying to profit off of this fucking virus? Like, hey, this is cool. I mean, I don't know, bro.
I think that, what social media has done is it makes our sense of what's current compressed. So we live in like you said, we have a 1 minute attention span. So I see it as being timely. I see it as being engaged in
On
what's
time,
going on.
what's current. Hey, check it out. Here's a Hoodstocks fucking face mask for the fucking for $19.99. You can own one of these.
Well,
Order now.
You had your Psycho Realm mask on earlier, right?
I did, brother, but that was.
Well, no, you got the toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's the same. Isn't that similar?
It's a joke.
I know.
It's a joke. I ain't gonna sell it to nobody, bro. I mean,
It made me laugh. It made me laugh.
Who needs toilet paper right here? Let me know right now. I mean, how many of you are out of toilet paper? I mean, with the toilet paper fucking, I mean, we got I don't know. We got a pandemic and now we got an epidemic of fucking toilet paper going fucking, I mean, it's crazy, bro. I mean, this fucking world is fucking nuts. I just feel that we just, like Shooter said, we need to follow the guidelines that are set for us. Like you said, follow the guidelines. You know what I mean? Don't get those citations, you know? I mean, I feel like the people that are in power, bro, are, you know, regardless of the smoke screens that everybody thinks that's being put out there, smoke screens, you know what I mean? Just so he can get reelected for president, you know what I mean? This, that, blah, 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 blah. You know, this shit is worldwide. This is real fucking shit. This is not a fucking, this is not a ploy for fucking, for re-election or some crazy ass fucking conspiracy shit. This is real shit. Just follow the guidelines. I'm following the guidelines and I hate motherfucking guidelines. I hate motherfuckers. You know what I mean? The time that I did in the pen, you know what I mean? All those years, you know, these dudes would say when you can come out the shower or, hey, get the fuck up, get the fuck out of your cell, fucking cuff up. You know, you cuffing up in the tray slot, you getting escorted, you getting your cell tossed up. Hey, shower time. Hey, get up. It's time to fucking eat. Blah, 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 blah. I hate motherfuckers telling me what the fuck to do. But if it is in your best interest, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I think that this situation clarifies the question, what role does government play in my life? Because we have these public health officials and they're usually in the background. You know, when the TB epidemic was going around and the homeless people had it and, you know, teachers have to get screened, we see that, but we've never seen public health be so forward and central in our lives. And there are people who don't trust the government. And those are people who are saying, well, this is biological welfare. This is fake. There's no such thing as a vaccine. So everybody has to decide for themselves the role of government in their life and whether they're willing to follow the guidelines, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't trust the government. Go to your local supermarket. Put your hands on the shopping cart. Now put your hands in your mouth. Prove to me you don't trust the government.
Right.
I mean,
well, again, I don't want to take that 95% dare because I don't want to be the 5%.
My G.
I want to be the guy. Again, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
You know, bro,
Simple.
It's like this with me, bro. I got kids, right? And my greatest concern is my motherfucking kids. Now, we have this information saying that, you know, kids are somewhat immune to this, can possibly be carriers of this, you know, can possibly be detrimental to adults and elderly people, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm worried about this, bro, to a certain extent, enough to follow the guidelines. But I sleep good at night, you know, and I follow the guidelines for one reason, because of my kids.
Sure.
Because of my kids, bro. You know what I mean? I need to, if this is true, then I need to follow the guidelines to keep myself healthy, because something happens to me, then my kids don't eat. You know? First time in my entire fucking life, this chapter in my life, that I put something else before me. Before it was always me. Before it was always like, go hit this next lick. I need some money. I need to re-up on dope. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. I got to get this. Ba-ba-ba. You know what I mean? It was all about me, you know? it's not about me no more. It's about my babies. You know what I mean? I'm following these guidelines for my babies. Like, you know, I don't know how true it is what they're telling us, you know what I mean? But what history tells us and the statistics that are out there that are in other countries, not in our country, you know what I mean? It kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? That we need to fucking, you know, pay attention and possibly listen to what the fuck they're telling us. You know, and they had some shit in Miami, bro, that all these young kids, brother, they were at the beach. Spring break, you know, and they're saying like, hey, that's cool. Like, you guys think you're immune to this, but at the same time, you're saying, like, by you doing this, you were possibly saying, fuck the elderly, fuck grandma, fuck grandpa, moms, pops. We need to be mindful. We need to be very considerate of the guidelines, because by us feeling that we got that bulletproof vest, you know, it could possibly affect a loved one. You know what I mean? And we just got to play it safe, right?
Sure. What was one thing that what you said is, you know, you talked about the U curve, and now I'm going to call this the J curve. So the J curve is there could be silent carriers. But I did want to mention something right before we started the podcast. I got a text from somebody who got it from somebody in law enforcement. And I just want to put this out there for your consideration. They said, do not take Advil because it is associated with the people who are having the more serious cases. I don't know the action, how it works, but I just want to throw it out there at the risk of the Advil folks coming down on us. That's the latest word I just received via text. So I want your 5,000 listeners to be up on that little piece of game.
Hey, well, I guess we just lost a sponsor because Advil was a sponsor of this show, bro.
Yeah,
thanks a lot, big dog. Appreciate it.
Well, you can always try Bear Aspirin.
Hey, Advil's a sponsor of this show. They're saying you're giving a lot of people headaches with your motherfucking interview tactics. You ain't looking at them in their motherfucking eye. You keep on looking away. Whoa. Stop interrupting them. You know what I mean? Like, bro. Anyways, go ahead. I just had a fucking went on a little rant. Hey,
what did you say? You said that if you're hating on me, that means you love me.
I should have not wrote that. I did write that. And sometimes, and someone close to me said, hey, look, I mean, before you write something, just think about it a second. I said, you're right, bro. I mean, why is shining your light on that? I'm getting a lot of love on this podcast. Shout out to all of everybody that's listening right now. You know what I mean? Everyone that's on the live chat. You know what I mean? Hey, if you love me and you love Rosenberg, say fuck you right now on the chat line. You know what I mean? That's anyways. Tough love, right? Anyways, don't do that. Say I love you. But nah, bro. You know what I mean? It's sometimes, you know, it's best not to shine the light on the negativity because there's so much positive about this. So let's focus on the positive. You know what I mean? And just like in this time right now, you know what I mean? There's a lot of positive, bro. You know what I mean? So let's redirect this energy, you know? But check it out, bro. So a part of this podcast right here was, there goes Joe. Fuck it. Run that shit up. Fuck you. Tell me you love me.
I see one.
Run that shit up right now. Everybody that's tuned in right now, type in a fuck you. Just so I know you. Oh, love you, G. Hey, that's the homie right there. Chunk, my G. I love you too, my boy. Good looking. Hell yeah. Let that shit go. Advil was ibuprofen. Don't take ibuprofen either. Exactly. Hey, so check it out. About this podcast right here. Do you have a little more time?
I got to wrap in about, how about we'll just say 2-minute warning?
Right now?
Can we wrap it in 2?
No, you can.
My segment.
Yeah, let's wrap your segment in 2.
All right.
Yeah, so go ahead and you want to finish your segment?
You know, I'll take a question. Maybe somebody wants to hear something out. But while that's pending, I do want to echo what you're saying is during this period, it can be tricky to find something to be positive about. And I'm thankful for what I have and what I'm able to do in my career. And you know, I don't feel like I'm in total lockdown, like house arrest. I feel like I'm able to do what I need to do at the same time, preventing the spread or potential spread. So I try to keep it positive. And, you know, when you were smiling earlier, that's a positive thing, you know, human interaction. So
100%.
Appreciate that.
No, and I appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? And I feel the same way you feel too, bro. You know what I mean? It's very unfortunate for that 5%, and I pray for them. I grab my baby's hands and we pray. We pray for you guys, man. You know what I mean? But maybe it's a time in the world that we need to all take a break, and we need to reflect and figure some shit out.
Copy that. All right, my man. So
thank you, brother.
Any last words? Oh yeah, we're wearing gloves to I put on the gloves, I guess, as part of this compliance and self-awareness about the impact that we have on those around us. Obviously, social distance, 6 feet, but maybe it's a time for reflection.
100%, brother.
Right?
Thank you for being here, bro. You know what I mean? You do what you got to do. I'm going to handle this podcast from here on out by myself, solo bolo. And we got a lot. I got a lot of stuff back here. We got a lot of entrepreneurs. We have a lot of very talented individuals that listen to this podcast, and we want to shine some light on you guys, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Brother, can you walk yourself out? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Throw those right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I will pick them up with something, maybe 2 sticks. I mean, I want to touch them gloves, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know what and we will catch you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Always a pleasure.
Okay, here we go. Your boy Lucky Sanzu with Solo Bolo. Hey, babe. Nah, it's all good. Lock the door on the way out, yeah, bro? All right, so check it out. Let's do it like this. So we're gonna start off with all of our entrepreneurs, all of the homies, all of the homegirls, the listeners that tap into this podcast and that have a clothing line. We're gonna listen to some fucking some music. There's a lot of rap artists right here. We are gonna do we're gonna do something special for the podcast. We're gonna give something back to some of the boys right here. But first and foremost, I want to have a special caller call in right now. Anthony Castillo, I see you, my G. We're gonna get to you right now, my boy. We're gonna get to you right now, G. I want to have a special caller call in right now. This is all about the hustlers, entrepreneurs. This is about independent artists. And we want to shine some light on you guys. A lot of the listeners right here, you know what I mean? They're doing, look at homie left the fucking thing right here. He didn't even drink it. He put it to his lips and then he put it down. You know what I mean? I get it though. You driving right now. Highway patrol hot right now. Here we go. Check it out. Hello. Hello?
Here we go.
Yo. Hey, everybody. So I wanted to have, hold on real quick, my boy. Hey, I wanted to have this individual call to be the first one to call in the beginning of the hustlers, the entrepreneurs, the artist segment. This homie right here is one of the biggest hustlers I know. I want everybody to give it up for the homie Burst Rock.
That's a nice introduction, my boy. I love it.
Yeah, my boy. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm watching you on delay right here on my big screen. I don't know how I did it, bro, but I hooked you up on my TV right here. This is kind of tight.
Okay.
You got an ugly mug. I just got to say before we get started.
Come on, my boy. Look at this shit right here. Homie, 20 pounds down, my G. 20 pounds down, homie. I'm a motherfucking young, slim looking motherfucker, dog. I lost 27 pounds, my G. Keto.
That's right.
My dick got twice as big, homie. I lost the gut and I said, God damn it, that's a big ass motherfucker right there.
Hey, so basically with the change, you can see under your belly now.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro. I got a six.
That's right.
I almost got a 6-pack, my G.
That's right. Hell yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Give you a visual real quick. If you got any tantarans you need to fucking wash, homie, come bring them on through, my G. Hey,
hell yeah.
Hey, my boys.
Yeah.
So check it out, dog. So I got a lot of cats, and I wanted you because I feel like you the one, homie. You are the epitome of a hustler, dog. You know what I mean? As long as I've known you, bro, you know what I mean? I watch you, bro. You know what I mean? You do your thing, dog, and I've learned some shit from you, dog. But there's a lot of cats on here right now, bro, that are starting off on their journey of entrepreneurship, clothing lines, rap artists, dog. You know what I mean? Everybody, hold on real quick. Let me see what I got right here. Hey, check it out. This is the homie Burst Rock. He owns a brand called 27 Junkies. 27 Junkies, and he also owns a company called Taco Junkies, the best tacos in motherfucking LA. I promise you. You know what I mean? Before he takes over on the mic right now, you guys all give him a follow at Burst Rock 27 Junkies. This man right here is a hustler. Everybody fucking loves this dude. You know what I mean? Burst Rock. Spit some game to these dudes in regards to, you know what I mean, starting a new company, bro. You know what I mean? Like, drop them some gems, my G.
All right, I'm gonna take. How much time do we got?
We got as much time as you need, baby boy.
All right, so I'm gonna take it back to the beginning. So originally, I started as a graffiti artist with me and another homie, right? Throughout the years, we became really good friends. I became a very well-respected street dancer in the city of Los Angeles. And I was performing all over. I was traveling the United States, different parts of the country. And I was wearing a lot of people's brand. I was rocking everybody else's brand. You know, people are always giving me gear like, hey, rock my shirt on stage, blah, blah, blah. In the midst of all this, I had a homie that was going to college for graphic design. So one day I called him over to the crib. I said, hey, my boy, let's get together. Let's talk. I want to spit something at you. Let's talk about something real quick. So he came over and, I had a conversation with him. And I told him, I'm rocking all these people's brands. You're going to school for graphic design. Let's put two and two together. I'm in the limelight and you got this other talent that I ain't got. Let's put two and two together and let's create a brand. And he was with it. But we just didn't have a name. We didn't have a name at the moment. And so we were breaking our heads trying to figure out a good name to come up with, right? So we came up with 27 basically represents our friends turned family. So we had to use those two numbers because if it wasn't for those two numbers, me and the homie would have never met and we would have became family members. And now, like, we're compadres, we baptize each other's children, like we're in each other's weddings, like we're like family, And then Junkies came along because everything in life got a fix. We all love something so much that we can't live without. Kids, family, tacos, titties, booty, whatever it is you love, you can't live without, you're a junkie for it. So that's how we created 27 Junkies. So from there, I was already in the limelight. So I was like, I'm rocking my own stuff on stage. And then that's before social media was big. We were street hustling, selling at the trunk of the car, like people were selling CDs at the gas station and at a market. That's the hustle we were living through, you know what I mean? So we were pushing that way. Just selling t-shirts out the trunk, swap meet, things like that, till we started to get a buzz. That's back when MySpace was barely big. And after MySpace died, Facebook got big, Instagram came, and everything else. And because of social media, now we have a following throughout the world. And so we kept pushing. You know what I mean? We never stopped. We always kept pushing. And so that's a little something. That's something enough?
Yeah, nah, bro, nah, you know what I mean? And one thing about Burst Rock, man, he is all about family, man, you know what I mean? And, I got out the pen 7 years now, man, 7 years ago, and I met this dude through my cousins, man, you know what I mean? And my cousin goes back with him since high school. And you know what I learned a lot from Burst Rock. I watched him, how he I know how to be a good homie. I didn't know how to be a good friend. And when this dude says family first, this dude means family first. This is just a genuine, solid dude. And he's good people, man. You know what I mean? And I will always be proud to know this man. Check it out. The cats are already asking right now, how can I get the 27 Junkies gear? Check it out. I got this right here, but this dude has tons and tons of badass streetwear, shirts, shorts, sweaters, hats, you name it. Bro, where can they go to cop your gear, my G?
27junkies.com. Or follow on Instagram at 27junkies clothing. Hit me in the DM, you know what I'm saying? Just tell me, hey, I saw you on Lucci's podcast, and I'll shoot you a discount just because you follow the homies. You know what I mean? Hood stocks. You know what I mean? Lucky Sanzu.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody,
you know what I'm saying?
one more time, www.27junkies.com. That's correct, right, Maji?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or you can hit them at Burst Rock 27 Junkies and also 27 Junkies Clothing on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Maji. Hey, check it out before you hang up, before you go, bro. How do you feel about this coronavirus? How are you holding up at the crib, bro?
You know, honestly, dog, I'm cool, dog. I mean, I'm not following social media when it comes to all this. You know, I'm not trying to get all washed up with the news and what our dumbass president has to say. You know what I'm saying? I feel a lot of different ways about this, but I'm not letting it spook me, dog. I mean, I'm glad I'm here with the family. Me and my girl were just in the garage for 5 hours, drinking beer, listening to oldies. So I'm loving the quality time with the fam bam. You know what I mean? Playing with my son because I'm home right now. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with my daughter. You know, like this. I ain't spooked about the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? I'm more spooked about the people acting stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's what scares me.
And
people out there acting a fool.
And in regards to acting stupid, you mean like people possibly taking advantage of this time that we're in?
Yeah, man. There's people just trying to come up with other people, robbing, stealing, breaking into houses, just doing stupid shit, doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of bum ass fools out there. There's a lot of hard working people.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like I just feel like these bum ass fools are there and try to take advantage of people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what worries me right now.
You know, brother, you are 100% right. But you know what, dog? If you have any sense as a fucking criminal, I mean, the only thing you can do right now is you can break into probably people's businesses. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you don't do that. You know what I mean? But if you came into a motherfucker's home, you know everybody's home, bro. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I get it, bro. Like you said, bum ass fools. Once upon a time ago, I was a bum ass fool, dog. You know what I mean? I fucking.
But you're not no more.
No, I'm not no more. But there came a point in time, dog, and it was very short into my criminal career that I said, you know what? I'm not gonna crime on criminals. I'm not gonna crime. Let me say that again. I'm not gonna crime on hardworking citizens. I'm gonna crime on criminals. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah. I changed that real quick because I believed in karma, bro. And I said this before in this podcast, you know what I mean? But anyways, on that note, brother, hey, I love you, my boy. Stay healthy.
Love you, my boy. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like this is a good time, bro, to just chill out with the family, bro.
Yeah, I'll take advantage of the time. I mean, we get so washed up in social media and everybody's on, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to do shit for the gram, and we take time away from the family. Like, how many of you guys have dinner with your family and everybody's on the phone? Like, that shit ain't cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good time to be with the family, enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? Do things that you never really get to do. Take advantage of the time. Enjoy it. Love your family. You know what I'm saying? Love your family. They come first.
I mean, I'm cleaning up my yard, bro. I'm doing shit around the house that I haven't had a chance to do, bro. You know what I mean?
Me too, dog.
I mean, honestly, bro, I'm just like fucking. I mean, I'm cleaning out the fucking drawers, like, you know what I mean? I think we're all doing that, bro. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all doing spring cleaning. You know what I mean? In a real way.
Yeah, hey, make it fun, my boy. Throw on some good music, drink a beer, fucking light on the grill, go get some carne. You know what I'm saying? Just have a good time doing it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it while you're doing it.
100%, my boy. Hey, I love you. Everybody give it up for the world famous. Hey, real quick, if you guys don't know, this dude came out on a Super Bowl Levi's commercial. One of the fucking best Levi's commercials I've ever seen. Look it up on YouTube. Super Bowl commercial. Levi's. How would they look that up, bro, so they can see that?
Levi's Crazy Legs. Levi's Crazy Legs commercial.
Levi's Crazy Legs commercial. You're going to see my boy Burst right there. Everybody give it up for Burst Rock. I'll holler at you, my boy. Love you.
Hey, wait.
Go ahead, shoot it. Yeah, you ain't done yet.
Wait. I ain't done.
Go ahead, my G.
All right, check this out. Before I go, I got to give credit where credit is due. Lucky, I'm proud of you, my boy. You're doing something great right there with Hood Talks, my G. You took this shit from 1 follower to 5,000 plus followers. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing a great thing, dog. You're putting people on the mic and interesting people that people need to be heard, their stories. You know what I'm saying? I love everything you're doing right now, my boy. I only have one problem when you put Joker on the mic. That fool is boring. So when you see Joker again, not to share the Joker, because that fool put me to sleep when I heard that podcast. But other than that, everybody else, my boy, I'm proud of you, my G. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're giving the streets a voice, and we need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that because we feel we relate our stories to other people's stories, and it brings some type of comfort to us when we hear these stories, like the lawyer I just heard, the other stories from other homies. I've never been to the pin homies, so when I hear these pin homies talking, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, it opens a different light in my window, in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like even with rap artists and graffiti artists, and photographers, whatever. You know what I mean? Like we learn so much because of you guys. So keep doing what you're doing, my boy. I'm proud of you. I love you. I don't like you. I can't stand you, but I love you. And keep doing your thing, my boy. Keep it junkie. You already know. Hood Talk 27 Junkie forever.
All day, baby boy. I love you too, dog. And thank you for them kind words, my G. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know, and I'm like you said, bro, I'm just trying to give a platform for the voiceless, dog. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of the mainstream platforms aren't going to put these cats on, dog. You know what I mean? And that's cool because I am, homie. You know what I mean? And hey, I love you. Let's talk in the next couple of days, my G. Everybody give it up for Birch Rock, baby boy. Yeah. All right,
All right, my G.
All right, dog. All right, brother.
All right.
Okay. That's the homie Birch Rock right there. Okay, check it out. I have a brand right here. It's a dope brand. This is a really dope brand. Trafiquero. It's a street thing. Now these boys right here out of a Harbor area. These are homies from the Harbor area right here. OG Spanks, hold on, from Rancho San Pedro. And we have, hold on real quick. These dudes shot me some dope ass gear, man. I fucking love this gear right here, man. I can't wait to rock it. I'm gonna rock it on my next podcast. Rancho Spanks from Rancho San Pedro. Trafiquero Street Gear on Instagram at Trafiquero Street Gear on Instagram. And hold on, I got their plug right here. If you guys want to order, I'm going to show you some more of the gear right here, man. These dudes are to the Harbor area. Also, too, shout out to the homie Anthony Castillo from Dominguez in the Harbor area. Okay, and shout out to Sparky Martinez from Westside Weedmas for helping out to get the hustle going. Okay, so we got the homie Sparky Martinez from Westside Weedmas. We got Anthony Castillo from Dominguez, and we got the homie Spanks from Rancho San Pedro. Okay, check it out. These dudes have a dope ass brand right here. Trafiquero Street Gear, man. This is a dope hat, bro. I love this hat. I'm gonna wear this on my next podcast. These dudes, you know what I mean? And you can get this stuff at Trafiquero Street Gear /bigcartel.com. Bigcartel.com. So Trafiquero. So they check it out. These dudes, man, it's a street thing, and the homie works for the city. Like he repairs all the streets. He's fucking doing all this shit. OG Spanks right here, right? From the ranch, right? And so he mixed a part of what he does for a living and a part of what he's done on the streets together. That's why he says a street thing. Check it out. Check it out real quick. Homie sent some dope ass gear, man. Like I said, I was gonna wear it today, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna wear it in the next podcast. You know what I mean? Check it out. This dude, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this gear is fucking dope. Dope as fuck. Let me see what we got here. I know it's hard to say. See it? Trafiquero, Street Gear, OG Spanks, the boys from the Harbor area. They doing their thing. Go ahead and follow them on Instagram at Trafiquero Street Gear. What is their Instagram? Okay, yeah, at Trafiquero Street Gear. Everybody give them a follow. Hey, Spanks, I appreciate the gear, my G. This shit is hard as fuck, my boy. That shit is banged the fuck out right there. I love it, brother. I love it, man. I'm gonna wear this shit on the next podcast, which is gonna be in a few days, since we doing this lockdown shit right here. I'm gonna get these podcasts popping off. Okay. Also, too, I want to give a shout out to one of my biggest sponsors. This is one of my biggest sponsors right here. Castillo Rock Concrete. Okay. Hey, if you're in Southern California and you need concrete done at your crib, or you need concrete done at, whatever, anywhere, Castillo Rock Concrete. And you can follow them at Castillo Concrete. Castillo Concrete. That's the homie Armando right there. Shout out to Mondo. Much love, my G. I don't even know if you're watching right now. I don't even know if you thought I was going to give you a shout out or whatever, bro. But this is one of the biggest sponsors of the show right here. And another sponsor. Hold on. What we got right here? Okay. These headphones right here, check it out. These headphones right here are from One Audio. There's a sponsor of this show right here. I mean, they hook us up with all these badass headphones right here. You know what I mean? When I first started this podcast, I found these headphones off Amazon, and I was like, man, these motherfuckers are just reasonable. You know what I mean? Like, these are under $50 right here. These ones are a little more than $50, but they're all under $100. Very reasonable. You know what I mean? If you get the Beats headphones, it's like, $200. You know what I mean? You're spending some cash right there, But if you want to get headphones at a reasonable price, this is their plug right here. Hold on real quick. It is, you can follow them on Instagram, or you can go oneaudio.com. Okay. Or you can follow them on Instagram at One Audio Shop. That is one, like the number one, ONE, audio is spelled ODIO shop. You know what I mean? Follow them on Instagram. All right. Follow them boys right there on Instagram. And check it out real quick. If you want to support the podcast, get yourself a sticker right here. Go to www.50racks.com. You know what I mean? I'll send you, it says one sticker, but I'll send you 3 stickers. You know what I mean? www.50racks.com. Get yourself a sticker. You know what I mean? Support the podcast right here. You know what I mean? Any money I get, I upgrade what we got going on right here, which eventually I'll get different cameras and shit, and I'll really get this shit popping. You know what I mean? It's coming. It's coming. I've been working crazy motherfucking hours and shit. So now that we're on this lockdown, unfortunately, I can get some shit done with this, and I can get it moving and shit. We have a lot of people right here that I'm going to represent right here, but I got to take a fucking piss. God damn it, I got to piss like a motherfucking racehorse. Look at me. I can't even stand still in this motherfucking chair, man. I drank a bang and I drank a couple shots. I got to take a piss. So I can do 2 things. I can go take a piss and leave this on, or I could, what can I do? Or I can come for a part 2. What do you guys want me to do? You guys want to wait 2 minutes? You guys want to wait 2 minutes? I can come back right now. Wait 2 minutes, I'll come back right now. Play some music. Oh, there you go, baby boy. Thank you. Christian B, play some music. There you go. Luis Rivera. Check it out. Let's play some music. Fucking, I ain't thinking. That's why I got you guys as my co-host. Check it out. Okay, I got some music right here. Oh, let's do this like this. Let's do it like this. Okay, this song. What song? Okay, let's play this song right here. This song is by Gutty7Gut, at Gutty7Gut. Okay, I got the song in the DM. Let me find it real quick. Bam, bam, baby. Hold on. I gotta piss like a motherfucking racehorse, baby boy. There we go. All right, this is at Gutty, Guty, number 7, GOOT. This is one of his songs right here. You know what I mean? Let's play this right here. Check it out. Let's do it. This one is called Polyseeds and Pistachios. All right, peep the homie out. Tell me what you think. Let's go.
I get it cracking. You get it cracking. We get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. The world is yours, do whatever makes you happy, yo. And be great at it like Leo DiCaprio. Fuck being average, only get one life, you know. So get it crackin', policies and pistachio. Make it happen, on your knees and ask them to. Plant your seeds, water them and watch them grow. In this game of life, we only get one go around. Don't take for granted times you get to hold your child. Could be the last time you get to hold them in your arms. Some pregnant women never got to meet their kid at all. Must be devastated, could only imagine. That's why when I say my shit, know you can hear the passion. I ain't asking for sympathy or pity from you. I'm a bastard, quite honestly, ain't here to warn you. More like here to show you if what you've been through makes you feel like quitting. Hey yo, listen, you can get through. I get it crackin', policies and pistachio. You get it crackin', policies and pistachio. We get it crackin', policies and pistachio. Let's get it crackin', policies and pistachio. Only thing promised to us in this life is death. So everything I do, I treat it like it's life and death. Growing up in Watts, every other night was death. Gang banging only guaranteed you life or death. Ben told me getting put on was like signing a contract. Agreeing to get killed or serving life up at Lompoc. Was just a kid, but to me that deal didn't sound good. Wasn't trying to be in nobody's pen or in the ground. Who didn't knew that I'd ever make it to see 33. R.I.P. my cousin Paco got done dirty. He didn't bang, but got slammed in front of them apartments. Remember like it was yesterday, all the hardship that it caused us. It was daunting, PTSD. After that, it wasn't the same to play hide and go seek. No, it's not just me. I'm sure you can relate. Still don't never lose the faith. I promise you I'll do the same. I get it cracking, policies and pistachio. You get it cracking, policies and pistachio. We get it cracking, policies and pistachio. Let's get it cracking, policies and pistachio. I get it cracking, policies and pistachio. You get it cracking, policies and pistachio. We get it cracking, policies and pistachio. Let's get it cracking, policies and pistachio. I get it cracking. You get it cracking. We get it cracking. Let's get it cracking, policies and pistachios.
Yeah. What you guys think of that right there? What you guys think of that right there? That should sound cool. That should sound cool. I fuck with it too. Policies and pistachios. Hey, you know what? Hey, when I drink and shit, man, you know what I mean? I stopped smoking cigarettes and shit, and I fuck with some pistachios, you know what I mean? But man, them motherfuckers are addicting. They worse than cigarettes. You start busting up them motherfucking pistachios and shit. You're just like fucking shit. I even got my girls eating pistachios and shit. They just love it. It's the thing of just breaking that shit up and just fucking whoop-de-whoop. I mean, they addicting. Hey, shout out to Gutty. I want you guys to give this dude a follow. Where we at? What's this shit? I got a list of shit right here. I got so many cats right here. You know what I mean? I got to start Xing these dudes off. Not crossing them out like I'm whacking them out, but just letting know that I already went through them. You know what I mean? Got homie right there. I did that. Trafiquero, street gear. Man, I can't wait to wear that shit. That shit is dope as fuck. Okay, my boy Burst Rock. We got him. Hey, check it out. There's another podcast. Now, this is a podcast community right here. You know what I mean? There's a podcast called That Dude Sticks podcast on YouTube. I want you guys to go, not right now, but after this podcast, I want you to go to That Dude Sticks, STIX podcast. Check homie out. Homie's dope as fuck. Also, too, there's another, it's kind of like a podcast. It's like it's kind of like a hotbox podcast in South Central. The homie out of South Central, you know what I mean? It's called EJ Production 213 on Instagram at EJ Production 213, and you will find that same dude on YouTube. And this dude, man, he's out of South Central LA. He's a youngster, you know what I mean? He smokes weed and he interviews cats in the car, man. He's a fucking cool, he seems like a cool cat. I haven't met him yet, you know what I mean? But I will meet him sometime soon. But at EJ Production 213, he's out of South Central, representing South Central LA. Homie just puts a camera up in his car. He smokes weed and he interviews cats. I mean, those are the best conversations. You know what I mean? Those are the best conversations. You know what I mean? Shout out to EJ Productions 213. Also, we have Empire Art and Design. Okay, go to Instagram. If you need any type of designs done, go to at Empire at Empire Art and Design on Instagram. You know what I mean? This dude does some cool shit. Let me tell you a little something real quick about at Empire Art Design. I have something right here that he sent me. I'm gonna read it because we all about the listeners right here. And we want to fucking we want to support who supports us right here. So he goes, my name is Edgar Rivera. My company is called Empire Art and Design. I started out at 15 making stickers at the swap meet, Oceanside, Escondido, Indio, Fontana, and Winchester. My logo is a stylized version of the Riverside Bell. I use this symbol because it represents my county and all the people hustling like me that I grew up with. There isn't a lot of merch in rotation that shows love to the IE, so I wanted to change that. I am far from achieving all my goals, but I aspire to reach them through hard work and determination. Everybody follow this man on Instagram at Empire Art and Design. Hell yeah, good shit. Okay, what else we got right here? We got a lot of cats. I mean, a lot of fools. He said, "Hey, look, whoopty whoop whoop. I fuck with you." You know what I mean? So if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. That's the way life goes. You know what I mean? You my people. You like we people. You know what I mean? We gonna fuck with each other. You know what I mean? And I always tell people, man, like it's on a family level, right? I mean, we got to be on a family level. I grew up in an era where nobody trusted anybody. You couldn't leave your old lady in the room with the homie. You know what I mean? Because you walk in and who knows? I mean, she might have been sucking some dick or he might have been eating some pussy. Who knows? You know what I mean? Takes two to tangle. But I'm just saying, I grew up in a scammers era, man. The 90s were they were ferocious. Hey, check it out. Also, too, at Central Exotics. This dude right here, hold on real quick. Let me get to him right now. At Central Exotics. This dude right here. I got this. Okay. At Central Exotics. We've been breeding for about 7 solid years. This is the breeding. These guys breed, they breed bulldogs. They breed French bulldogs, badass French bulldogs. Go to Instagram at Central Exotics, okay? We've been breeding for about 7 solid years, French bulldogs, and I have placed them in most comfortable homes possible. Most of our clients are from Southern California, but I place puppies all over the world. We breed for structure, good temperament, health. Overall, I'm always down in Southern California area, as well as I'm delivering puppies. So at Central Exotics, give that boy a follow, man. If you need a motherfucking French bulldog, you know what I mean? Them motherfuckers are expensive, man. Maybe the homie will give me a fucking discount. Hey, also too, we got Chingona 52G. Chingona, check out this. This is cool. She seems like a really cool ass fucking chick. You know what I mean? And she wants to come on the podcast, and we will have her. She's from the Bay Area. She's from San Francisco. At Chingona 52G. She's got t-shirts. She's a t-shirt. She's got some shirts dropping 420. You know what I mean? She's out of San Francisco. You know what I mean? Give her a follow. And also, too, we have the homie Frank Hustles at Frank Hustles. At Frank Hustles. And the Hustles is spelled Huslezs. Frank, make it a little easier. Spell the hustle the way it possibly, because the Z and the S. You know what I mean? You say Frank Hustles, people are going to spell hustle the regular way, or they're going to spell it with a Z, but the Z and the S, I don't know. Anyways, it's always best to make shit simple. Even though Lucky Sun Zoo is not simple, because they're like, how the fuck you spell that shit? Yeah, my G, follow me at Lucky Sun Zoo. They're like, Sun Zoo, what fucking Sunzoo. It's not spelled like that. You know what I mean? So damn. You know what I mean? I live in a glass house. Anyways, homeboy has filtration systems. You know what I mean? You want to breathe fucking right in your house? You know what I mean? Holler at the boy Frank at Frank Hustles. You know what I mean? He's going to get you breathing right in your house. He's got an air conditioning business, and he will take care of you. All right. One more thing we got harsh. Oh, we got a couple more. We got harsh reality. Harsh reality. Harsh reality. Follow this man at Harsh Reality 661. Let me go to this real quick. I want to get these guys in. Everybody supports me, so I'm going to support them 100%. You know what I mean? Harsh reality. Let me tell you about a little bit of harsh reality. It's something I created about 10 years ago. They just always lingered in my head until I put some action behind my words and finally got the logo done and did some shirts about a year ago. As you can see, the logo is a barn owl, and the reason I picked the barn owl is because it is a Mexican superstition, and it is also a nocturnal animal. So just like the owl is up all night hunting for its prey, a rat or a mouse or whatever it may be, that's the way these streets all across America is as well. And last but not least, I put the dollar signs in his eyes to represent the struggle and hustle. Okay, if you look at one of the stories, I've been fortunate enough to send a T to Crooked Eye that used to be signed to Death Row Records back in the day. He did a little snippet while rapping Met Felipe, and he was cool enough to sport it. You know, a lot of people supported this dude. So follow this dude at Harsh Reality 661, upcoming clothing brand. You know what I mean? We're supporting our listeners right here. Shout out to the homie right there. Give him a follow on Instagram, everybody. You guys want to hear? Okay. Also, too, let me see right here. What we got? What do we got? Okay, we also have, let's play another song. We got a song by King Activist. King Activist, are you on the chat line right now? If you're not, let me know if you are there, bro. You know what I mean? At King Activist, this is a song that he just sent me earlier. And let me play this shit. At King Activist on Instagram, Activist, King Activist, ACTIVIS. That's the man right there. We're gonna play one of his songs. This dude, I think this dude's a pretty dope artist, man. You know what I mean? I've been watching this dude grow, and he is most definitely growing in the right direction. Everybody give it up for King Activist. Here we go.
Yeah. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And a hustle, I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And a hustle, I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid. About 2 years ago, I was homeless in my van, trying to figure out a plan how to get this cash. I was in the street, trying to find something to eat. I was broke, I'm alone, plus out on my own, trying to make a way, praying that I got paid. But I could see sitting lurking, man, in different ways. I had to stay clear as the tension got near. I wasn't gonna go back to the damn trap. I see my brothers locked up just for doing that. I see my homies shot up, not to get the cash. But goddamn, it's the only way that I just know. So I'm praying to the Lord, man, you bless me more. I'm trying to come up, man, I'm trying to come up from a system for the lives that we was brought up. It's like we set up just to work like we were slaves, to work every day, hoping that we get paid. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid. About 2 years ago, I was homeless on my own. Fast forward time, dog, now I'm doing shows. I got so many friends, got so many fake friends. So many damn verses wanna share my Benjamins. But hell nah, dog, where the hell where they was at? When I was at my lows, man, and I was eating scraps. When I was sleeping in my bed, taking food stamps. I had to figure out a way how to get this cash. But check this out, yo, suckers act like nymphos. Asking for handouts, so to get your own dough. I had to grind late nights just to get mine. I had to die, dog, just to come up to survive. I had to lose friends, homie, just to make bread. I had it in relationships cause I wasn't rich. And now that they see me cruising in my new whip, I got so many hoes really all up on my dick. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And a hustle, I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid. I said it's money on my damn mind. 24/7, homie, catch me on my grind. And a hustle, I'm hustling this every day. And you can tell by the way that I'm getting paid.
What you guys think of that shit right there, huh? I've seen some comments right there. Some people don't like the beat. I mean, he got the delivery though. I mean, I like the beat. I fuck with the beat. I mean, hey, I want to give a shout out to the homie, the little homie right here. I want everybody to follow this man at Russian Anonymous 619. This dude is a weed ambassador and he owns a studio in San Diego. You know what I mean? You need a studio, you need studio time to record music in San Diego. At Russian Anonymous 619. Okay. This dude, he's a cool cat, man. He's a young cat. He's got a crazy story on who he's related to, who his brother is. I'll let him tell you that if he wants to tell you. But on that note, if anybody wants to call in and holler at your boy, you know what I mean, send some comments. You know, tell me how you feel. If you want to give me a fuck me, you know what I mean, you can call through my messenger, Lucky Sun Zoo on Facebook. Call through the messenger. Unless you got my direct number, then you can call my direct number. One day I will get a number for the podcast, and we can you know what I mean, we'll get that in, you know what I mean, so you can just call that direct number. For right now, we have to call through messenger on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Lucky Sun Zoo. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody rocking with me. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I'm just a dude from the hood. You know what I mean? I did 13 years in the pen. I gave up a gang of my life to the streets. You know what I mean? I'm 43 years old now. You know what I mean? Not me. I hate when I say that shit, guys. And then I get crucified from you guys. You guys like, not me, clowning me and shit. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I laugh with you guys because when I hear it back, I'm like, this fucking idiot. And he said, shut the fuck up already. I mean, like, I feel you. You know what I mean? I'm my worst critic. You guys can talk a gang of shit, but when I get the love, I love the love. You know what I mean? I get that shit and I embrace it. Like when I see the cats that show the love, I just want to hug you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say no homo. Everyone's like, no homo. Like, man, get your ass over. Give me a handshake and a hug, my G. You know what I mean? Yo, take another rip. I'll take another rip. Let's take another rip. Let's take another rip together. Who's smoking right here? Who's smoking right here? Steve Forbes. For you, my G. Yeah, baby boy. Woo! What else we got right here? Talk to me. Light it up. Hey, so I think I got everybody right here in regard to what I wanted to talk about. This pandemic we're in right now. You guys I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I just tell you what I do. I follow the guidelines. You know, and that's for my kids. I gotta protect my kids, man. I'm a parent, bro. You know what I mean? As much as I've been a badass back in the day, I mean, I'm still gangster with my shit. Like, you know what I mean? If you run up on me, hit me up where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you where I'm from. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going out my way to gangbang on nobody. You know what I mean? I raise babies. You know what I mean? And you know, my heart used to be filled with a lot of fucking just madness, and now it's filled with love. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm not trying to sound all weird and shit. I'm high right now. Maybe sometimes I shouldn't be talking when I'm high. I stopped smoking weed during these podcasts. I stopped smoking weed because, you know, I mean, I didn't go to school for this shit, interviewing cats. I didn't, you know, I have no, like I said, no education in this, no background. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But you know, I'm a G and I'm solid, and you know, I mean, I've kept a good rapport in the hood and the prison system, and I got good street smarts. You know what I mean? I've been in school for the past 4 years, which has really helped my intellectual ability in regards to thinking and making the right decisions, because I got to make good decisions because it's not for me, it's for my kids, right? But anyways, there I go smoking that weed, going off track. Shout out to La Puente SGV. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Find myself in a situation where I want to be home with my family, but the street life and fast hoes keep calling my name. Whoa! Juan Torres, Mas Chingon. You got the right handle, bro, for a fucking comment like that, my G. You know what I mean? And them motherfucking hoes, bro. Man, I used to be just like, homie, like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We robbing, we gangbanging, and we fucking with them hood rats. You know what I mean? They're addicted too. They're just like a drug, bro. I mean, you want to try out all them flavors. I get it, bro. You know what I mean? Little homegirl with the whoop-de-whoop-whoop and homegirl over there with the whoop-de-whoop-whoop. You know what I mean? Everybody got their assets. You know what I mean? Everybody got their good qualities and shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes you feel like you're at a motherfucking ice cream shop. You know what I mean? Thrifty ice cream. Let me get some of that, some of that, some of that. 3 scoops. You know what I mean? Don't play with my shit. You know what I mean? That's not a full scoop, bitch. Get that shit right. You know what I mean? I get it, bro. The struggle's real. I mean, the hardest thing for me, and so, you know what I mean, it's just us right here, right? I mean, so the hardest thing for me, and how can I say it? Reforming my life was the addiction that I had to the streets. I was addicted to drugs a lot of years, you know what I mean? Because it come with the territories. We're smoking frios, we smoking P-Dogs, you know what I mean? Ghostbusters, you know what I mean? We don't fucking got the Pookie, you know what I mean? I twist the Pookie, bop, 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 losing my motherfucking mind. But the biggest addiction I had was to the streets. No drug was stronger than the streets. Because when I sobered up and went to jail and shit, I was about that life. It wasn't like, oh, it's all over again. I'm a different man. You know what I mean? I need Jesus. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? I'm in the pen. I'm sobered up. It's like, all right. You know what I mean? Shit. Game time. We just doing this shit sober now. I mean, when I was in the pen, I wasn't a dude that got strung out on dope, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to eat. I'm a fat boy, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of money in the pen, you know what I mean? So if you ain't got a lot of money in the pen and shit, you know what I mean? Usually it's one or the other. Unless you just balling, then you got both, you know what I mean? But in the pen, you either getting high or you're eating right, you know what I mean? That was all about them chili bean spreads, you know what I mean? And then also too, you know what I mean? We catch some fades too, even though you ain't supposed to do that with the homies, but sometimes it should go down. Did I delete a podcast? No, that podcast is pending, brother, for a couple reasons. You know what I mean? And it's pending because we got to be responsible for the product that we put out. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I mean? Joe, we got to be responsible for what we put out. And it's just a tough one, man. You know what I mean? So that's pending right now. You know what I mean? Because I'm a one-man crew, have a solid surrounding of voices sometimes. You know what I mean? Nobody tells me what to do. You know what I mean? I make the final judgment, but you know what I mean? It's all about feedback, brother. I mean, it's all about feedback. You know what I mean? And I respect the audience, and sometimes, we got to respect the platform. We got to be responsible for what we put out. Whatever I put out, hold on real quick. Hold on. Here we go. Hello?
What's good, my G?
Who's this?
It's Lucci.
Oh, shit. Everybody, I want you to give it up for the motherfucking legendary Brown Lucci. Yeah. What up, my G? How you doing, brother?
How's everything out there, bro? I know it's a lot of craziness going on out there, but I want to say to Lucci, my guy.
Yeah, where you calling from, bro?
I'm in Mexico City.
Oh, you're in Mexico City. All right, bro. If you guys aren't familiar with this dude, I'm gonna play some music after he hangs up. But if you're not familiar with Brown Lucci is one of the baddest underground hip hop artists out there. And this dude, he lives by his lyrics. Some dudes talk shit in their music. This dude lives by his lyrics. This dude is you're originally from California, correct, my G?
Born and raised in East LA, homie.
All right, homie's born and raised in East LA, and now he lives in Mexico City. You know, and I find his story so fascinating. Why you would move to Mexico City when, you know what I mean, you're out here in Cali, bro. You know what I mean? And it just amazes me. It amazes me that he went out there for the culture, for the struggle, right?
Yes, sir.
You want to speak on it a little bit, Maji?
Right now, I find it kind of fun because I'm over here experiencing the same thing you guys are experiencing in a whole different way. What I mean by that, I'm not at home. Like I'm not in Cali. I'm not restricted to the same restrictions you guys are restricted to right now as far as the government is concerned. Like over here, I get to see it from the outside in, bro. It's just fucking retarded you guys look over there, bro. I don't fucking understand it, bro.
I mean, bro, I get it, bro. You could say retarded, bro. But like I said in the beginning of the fucking podcast, bro, check your history, my boy. Look up the Spanish flu, homie. You know what I mean? They didn't lock the people down. So over, what was it? Over 100 million people fucking died across the world, bro, because they continued interacting in their everyday life, going to work, World War I, fighting the war, and they infected each other, bro. And that's why so many people died. So, I mean, you're a conspiracy theorist. Here we go. Bro, check it out. You must be calling from a Metro fucking BCS because you're breaking up like a motherfucker, dog.
How's this? Is it better?
Go ahead, dog. Yeah.
Bro, in the 1600s during the Black Plague, were dying and was affecting. Understand that this is the same kind of fear they try to instill to the Black Plague. But the thing is, we don't know shit. There's some information out there like it's all about, oh, well, I saw this on this, or I saw this on Facebook, or someone.
Hey, Lucci.
Yo.
Bro, you are breaking up all over this conversation, bro. So, hey, check it out. I'm going to play one of your songs right now, bro. You know what I mean? But we need to get you back in the platform. Brown Lucci is the first podcast that we had. Look it up on Hoodstocks, Brown Lucci. Let's get you back on, bro. But honestly, my G, it is 100% hard to hear you, bro. You're breaking up every other word, dog. You know what I mean? So, hey, everybody give it up for Brown Lucci. I'm going to play one of your songs right now, my G. Thank you for tapping in, dog. And let's get you on the podcast. Let's talk tomorrow, bro.
I'll call you back.
All right, dog. Like Brown Lucci. Hey, homie said that Obama phone. That Obama phone was, I mean, he's in Mexico right now. You know what I mean? What do they got out there? They got the motherfucking, I don't know. They got the Obama phone out here. What do they got out there? You know what I mean? I mean, you call it. Do you listen to any Chicano rap? Yeah, I fuck with Chicano rap. You know what I mean? Like, not all crazy. I'm really with the underground shit. I mean, I listen to a variety of music. You know what I mean? I like good music. I don't give a fuck what it's coming out of. You know what I mean? You know, let's play one of his songs. How about that? Let's play one of his songs. You guys get fuck with Brown Lucci real quick. Let's go right here. I got a couple of his songs.
Let blood be spilled in my honor. May my blade be painted with the carnage. May my spirit be embraced by the fallen. Following my calling, confiding in the whispers. There's only one place for a sinner. There's only one pace, that's the rate I pull the trigger. Never cast a spell on the weak. Never wish death or defeat. Victory dance with the elite. Envious eyes around me. Mysterious signs that I see. dangerous minds we all meet. It's glorious times that I seek. On my high horse, upside down cross. Everyday struggles, that's mostly my fault. Who's to judge me and make the call? I feel hateful vibes full force. My heart no remorse. Soul all black, no corpse. Come and touch my ghost, raise a toast, kill a ghost.
What the fuck? Bueno?
What's up, doggy? Can you hear me better?
¿Quién habla?
Lucci, you can hear me better, doggy?
Yeah, I hear you better. What'd you do, bro?
I put in some earphones up here.
Okay, well, I was just playing your song, bro, and you fucking rudely interrupted your fucking song, homie. No, he hung up.
My homie won't get out the can till hell freeze. I came out of thin air, bet them niggas felt breeze. Homies coming.
What the fuck is going on right here? What are we doing? Hello?
Okay.
Hello.
Yo.
What's up, bro? Bro, your phone, you're calling from a small island in Mexico, my boy. And you are very hard to hear, dog. I think you got one of those phones, dog, that's like a fucking it's a can with a string attached to another can, homie. And that shit has got horrible reception, my G. What the bro? Say a full sentence. If it cracks up one time, bro, let's just do this another time. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it like that, bro. I don't wanna take up too much of the time. I just wanna check in with you and see what was good on that side, bro, because there's only so much I can believe over here.
100%, my boy. Yeah, let's. The phone is breaking up, bro. Let's get it another time, my boy. Hey,
Sure.
everybody follow
Sure.
get Lucci at Get Lucci on Instagram. That's a homie right there. Much love, my G. We out. Okay, check it out.
Body under leaves, tie me up the sleeve. How we gonna bleed? My other homie fresh out the can. Now he doesn't read. We started with 4 players. Now we run the league. Right? Tell the man it wasn't me. Let peace be spoken when I wake. Let the wicked meet their fate. The conqueror showed us how to pray, but a soldier keeps his ways. All my homies in the cage was in their faith. This the price to pay. Entangled in this web, wounded in the flesh, feeling like I'm dead, crawling on my hands. Free me from the spell that's been cast. Light a fucking fire for the trance. Be patient for the magic. With shame when it gets tragic. Point a fucking finger, do the damage. Sleep with the cadavers. Kill the fucking light, blow the candles. The tombstone of a gangster. Buried with the dirt of Uncle Samuel. There's flowers where I'm standing. There's liquor's how I manage. Smile for the cameras. Dusting out the ashes. Kiss the only bullet in my ratchet. Welcome to my rituals, my passion. Gun salute my casket.
Do is die for pity and tell please. My homie won't get out the can till hell freeze. I came out of thin air, bet them niggas felt breeze. Homies coming threes, body under leaves. Tie me up the sleeve. How we gonna bleed? My other homie fresh out the can. Now he doesn't read. We started with 4 plays. Now we run the league. Tell the man it wasn't me.
Hey, check it out. Hey, shout out to the fool that just said call Doug. You guys want to call Doug? Nah, that fool didn't get deported. That fool just went out there on his own. He wanted to just fucking taste them streets and shit. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to live that real fucking Mexico City life, you know? He didn't get deported. Yeah, you can call in, my G. Mike Rico, 30. You can call in, my G. You want to call in and chop it up? Shit. Let's holler, my G. That fool raps in Spanish too. Real shit. That fool's fucking dope as fuck. You know what I mean, Brown Lucci, man. He's got a real crazy story. I love that dude. You know what I mean? That's real tacos, perro. Hey, you know what I mean, honestly, bro, like, so check it out. I went to Arizona one time and I went out there for one night and I got arrested and I stayed there for fucking 24 months in the prison system. Arizona, you know what I mean? They got no tolerance. They ain't fucking around. So ever since then, like, I was just like, man, I ain't going to go nowhere and shit, you know? But I wouldn't mind going to Mexico, you know what I mean? And trying out the food and shit, you know? Like, comparing it to like LA food, seeing how far off it is. I mean, I hear about it, but I like to be the judge of myself. You know what I mean? Because you hear a lot of shit. And I mean, you can always take what you hear in consideration or whatever level or area it is. But at the end of the day, like if you can if you can find out for yourself, you can put your hands on it yourself. You know what I mean? Or you can put your ear straight to the mouth that it's coming from. You know what I mean? That's always the best way and shit. Bring back the brick. I know he had bad reception. Tacos de perro. Oh, I get it now, G. Yeah, nah, it's all bad, bro. I don't think they're doing it like that right there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because if they were doing it out there like that, then they'd be doing it like that in LA and shit. You know what I mean? We know the taste. Like, what the fuck? This German Shepherd motherfucker? I ordered carne asada. Get the fuck out. Fuck that. LA got the best food. Are you going to call in, my G? Someone said they're going to call in. Taco Nazo's good. Yeah, I fuck with him. The last time I was at the Swamp Meet, fucking okay, hold on. We got a phone call right here. Let's see. Yo. Hello. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. One second, my G. Okay, hold on. Huh. Okay, there we go. Hello?
Yo, what's up, dog?
Who's this?
Yo, it's M14er, dog.
Okay. What up, my G? Miguel?
Yeah.
Okay, what up, my G? How you doing, dog? I know you support the podcast. You're a listener, my G. And I mean, what's poppin'? Talk to me, homie.
Nothing, dog. I just wanted to tap in on the coronavirus shit, dog.
Okay, let's hear it. You got to clear. I mean, you don't have the Obama phone apparently, like the other homie did. He had the motherfucking I don't know.
Hey, I actually wanted you to ask him about the pandemic out there, because at the time my baby mama, she was about to take off to Mexico on Wednesday and shit, and I told her, hey, you ain't going with her. And then the next day they closed the borders down and shit, you know?
They closed the borders because Trump and the president of Mexico, they had an agreement, said, hey, this is what's best. You know what I mean? And I mean, Mexico's smart about it, bro, because at the end of the day, we have more cases, way more cases than they do. So, close their shit out and protect them.
But, hey,
go ahead.
That's what her argument was. But think about it, homie. Over there in Mexico, dog, like if anything, the 16 people that have it, if anything, they were probably on an airplane, which means they have to have some sort of money, right? And then they come back to Mexico and they're in contact with normal people. And normal people don't have like insurance out there. So they get a flu, homie, they thug it out, caldo de pollo and shit like that. So who knows?
Real shit.
Who knows how much? Who knows how many people they've infected until they finally find out, that they have the coronavirus. Know what I mean?
My boy, I love what you just said right now, dog. You know what I mean? Say that Mexican medicine one more time, my G.
Caldo de pollo, my boy.
For motherfuckers that don't understand Spanish and shit, or don't understand Mexican the terms of Mexican dishes,
yeah.
That is basically a broth with chicken, you know what I mean? And it works for everything, you know what I mean? Hangovers. You know what I mean?
And Sprite, homie. And Sprite.
And Sprite.
7-Up.
Yes, sir, dog. Shit, dog. Real shit.
Yo, and
bro.
then another shit I be tripping out on, dog, is I'm still working, I'm the one that, I'm like the head of the household and shit, and I work at the port in Long Beach.
Okay, the port of Long Beach. Oh, yeah.
I be feeling guilty, dog. Like, what if I come home infected? You know what I mean? But, the bills won't stop coming.
And that's crazy, bro, because you're at the port, you know what I mean? And they say that, I've been looking up so much information in such a couple of days, but they say that the shit travels on clothes, it travels on hair, right? The virus.
Yeah,
you know
supposedly
what I mean?
it could stay in the air for like 3 hours or some bullshit.
And you're at the port of Long Beach, brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, before they shut my job down, bro, dog, I was check it out, bro. I was grateful and I was a little bitter at the same time. And let me explain to you what I mean, though. I'm grateful for to continue working because a lot of people are off of work right now. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
You're grateful because you're
No
working.
traffic.
Yeah. And there's no, you're grateful because there's, you know what I mean? You're working and I'm a savage too. I had a savage mentality too. I'm talking shit about people selling toilet paper for fucking $20. You know what I was doing on OfferUp? I was lowballing the fuck out of everybody. I said, I need them tires. I need them tires for my truck. You know what I mean? They want $300. I'm offering them $175, $150, and they're like, "Fuck you, fool." And I'm like, "Hey, homie, you know what I mean? We gonna be possibly being in a recession. Nobody's working. Take like I'm a savage too, bro. You know what I mean? I was trying to get shit.
Tax return money went like quick, huh?
I was trying to fucking I was trying to fucking get some shit for fucking free 99. You know what I mean? Like, here, motherfucker, take it or leave. You know what I mean? You know, nobody got money, but so I'm a savage too, bro. You know what I mean? But anyways, back to you, brother. The port of Long Beach, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of traffic right there, bro. That's coming from all around the world, right?
International shit, man.
Yeah, international.
Supposedly all the containers coming back are empty and they're coming back from China. I was talking to some dude that knows the boat, and I was telling him, "Hey, dog, don't you feel exposed?" He said supposedly the Coast Guard check the containers or some shit before they send them out. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah,
but
who knows how true it is? Hey, you know what? I lost every so often I smoke weed, my G. I always fucking lose track of shit, dog. But I forgot to finish the second half, so I said I was appreciative and I was bitter at the same time. So I was appreciative to be working, but I was bitter because I was like, you know what? Fuck these dudes. These dudes don't give a fuck about me. You know what I mean? They just want the work done, you know? I felt like that, bro. I was like, they don't give a fuck because they're right now. They're like, hey man, thank you. Because we'd have meetings and they'd be like, hey, thank you so much for you guys that are still here. Because a lot of dudes, once this fucking pandemic happened, they jumped ship. They said, man, fuck this. I'm going home to my family. I ain't catching this shit. You know what I mean? And I was one of the ones that thugged it out to the end, to the day we got kicked off. You know what I mean? But the day that we got, so we got the message in California from Gavin Newsom Thursday night, right? So I'm waiting to get a text message from my job to say, hey, bro, don't even come in tomorrow. You know what I mean? I didn't get the text message, but I was like, it's all good because I need to go to work and get my tools. You know what I mean? I need my tools, bro. You know what I mean? I'm an electrician, dog. If I got shit to do around the crib, I need my tools, bro. So I was like, I'm going in no matter what. So I went in and the general foreman, the GF, he was like, we get in and I hear this Armenian dude say, hey, bro, what's up, man? All the other trades are leaving. What are we doing here? He's like, hold on. We're going to wait for the fucking GC, the general contractor, to tell us when to leave, you know? And he goes, but until then, we're going to put our belts on and we're going to clean the compound. We're going to woo. It's like, hold on a second. Like this dude, the governor just shut the fucking state down. We got our instructions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you come home.
Yeah, those are the fucking instructions. What do you mean they were just trying to squeeze us for a couple more hours, dog, to get the floor situated and whoop. You know what I mean? My general foreman, I said, hey, bro, what the fuck's instructions? Because they wasn't listening to Armenian older dude, right? And you know what I mean? I got a fucking loud mouth sometimes, and I'm like, I want to hear something. You're going to tell me. If you don't like it, bro, we take this shit up to the parking lot, dog. You know what I mean? You know, I don't give a fuck. I've called out foremans from jobs, companies that I work for, bro. You know what I mean? And that's my bad. That's my bad, bro, because I'll get fired and then I jeopardize everything for my stupid ass hot temper because it's a fucking 5 a.m. and I didn't sleep good, you know what I mean? And I'm fucking not in the right mind, bro. I've been working fucking 6 10s, you know what I mean? I'm tired as fuck, dog, you know what I mean? But anyways, I was like, bro, and he goes, we're gonna woo. I said, you know what? And I just went and got my tools, bro, and I bounced out. I ain't hearing all that fucking noise, you know what I mean? Straight up, you know?
Yeah, I feel it, man. Like, I feel like they don't give a fuck about us, but at the same time, we are essential because a lot of the shit is coming on reefer, and a lot of shit is canned food and medicine, dog. So that's the only reason they haven't shut shit down. You know, they need them truck drivers.
Yeah, essential. They said essential workers, dog. And I didn't think about the port of Long Beach, but yeah, you're an essential worker, dog. You're along with nurses. You're along with police officers, bro. You're along with, you know what I mean? Everybody that keeps the fucking rotation of fucking the city moving, dog. You know what I mean?
But I ain't gonna lie, homie. I do feel anxiety. Like today, I want to go bank, cash my check at the bank, and they have like precautions, right? But they have like a line outside, but you know, everybody's standing next to each other, so it's like that's not being precautious. I had to tell some China, hey, keep your distance, you know.
I mean,
You got all butthurt, but
I mean, you
but,
never.
you know,
Go ahead, dog.
you gotta be precautious now, dog, because you know you have kids, right? You go home, you kiss your kids, and they might make it through. But what about the elderly and shit? You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. What about the elderly, bro? You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of these younger cats, you know what I mean? They were coming down on them through the media saying, hey, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you guys feel like invincible right now, you know what I mean? But like, what about grandma? What about grandpa? What about the moms and dads that are, you know, a little older too as well? You know what I mean? Like fucking chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? This ain't party time, no?
But they were white, homie. If it would have been a bunch of fucking Mexicans, they would have kicked them off the beach ASAP.
All right.
You know that shit.
Yeah, you know, real shit.
Right.
I get it, brother. You know what I mean? You know, so you know what, bro? We got a lot of white people that tune into this podcast, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna say it's all about the way you're raised, my boy. You know what I mean? You know, it's all about the way you're raised, you know. So if you're raised right and you have consideration and a little bit of common sense, you know what I mean?
That's what it is.
You're gonna do you're gonna do the right thing. You're gonna do the right thing. You know what I mean? I personally, brother, I agree with you, but at the same time, there's that in every race, my G. You know what I mean? So I don't ever want to single anybody else out unless it's just some blatant ass shit. You know what I mean? Unless it's some blatant ass shit. You know what I mean? You know, like saying fucking, oh, Mexicans love carne asada. Like, yeah, they love carne asada. Or the brothers love the chicken. Yeah, they like motherfucking fried chicken. You know what I mean? They had churches. You know what I mean? So what? You know? You know, yeah, you know what I mean? I'll say it like that, bro, because I can and I will. And if you don't, you know what I mean, whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is, dog. Be mad at me, dog. Whatever, bro. You know what I mean? We get over it. We'll be cool. We'll smoke a joint. We'll smoke a blunt. I say joint, bro. That's all motherfucker. Oh, when you say joint,
For real, dog. I can't smoke blunts anymore, homie. I choke, dog.
Oh shit. Hey, check it out. Hey, my boy, thank you so much for calling in, dog. Hey, where can they follow you on Instagram at, bro?
At EM14R.
Okay, my G.
14er.
Hey, much love, my G. Thank you for
dog.
Yeah, all right, for sure, dog. Hey, give it up for the homie.
All right, peace.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you this right now. I had to hang up with him real quick because I hang up for one reason. And that's because I got to take a piss. I swear to God, I got to piss so bad.
Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hoarders got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hoarders got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. I grew up on the 50s, love my whole city. Got the little ones with me, I ain't going back to prison. House with a yard, I get my own unlocks, I walk my own yard. I'm Figueroa filthy, where I come from, dog, everybody's filthy. Get your hands dirty with them concrete burpees. Beer runs and licks, my heart was made, dog, with every single brick. Legend in my own, I get my little shine on. Got a house loan, I see a hater smiling, broke with a mouth full. Run with my ninjas, used to gun with my ninjas. Used to split top ramens on the hood with my ninjas. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hoarders got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, hoarders got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. A 53 Porta, Johnny's on the corner. Fidel was on the block. Pizza so hot, cheese slide right off. Terrace 49, I got a creature state of mind. Monta Vista Pay, you need to keep a loaded 9. Maury's on thick. Used to cop the Cortez, you know the Chino got the kicks. Sitting in the park, you my son, I'm the shine. Rolling down the boulevard, palm tree line, bro. Call me anytime. Jack and some coke, we can build on our lives. Get our money up without committing all these crimes. Get it while you got it, mix your freedom with some logic. A gangster's moving silence, you ain't gotta speak about it. Tatted on our skin. You know what to do, dog. Fairly go on in. You need to rest your head, my door swings on a hinge. Hooters on your bumper, come and jump the neighbor's fence. Can I get a moment of your time?
Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little. Let me shine a little light. That was a fun ass song to record and shit, man. Real shit. We good? What's cracking? Oh man, I love you motherfuckers. Real shit. I swear to God, dude, I got the motherfucking craziest fucking listeners, man. I got the craziest listeners. Like, you motherfuckers don't give a fuck, man. And that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? This is hood stocks, you know, like we just imperfect, scarred fucking human beings, you know what I mean? Grew up in just crazy environments. Some of us did, some of us didn't, you know. I mean, if you think you got a crazy story, there's always going to be someone who's going to top your story, if you like it or not. You know what I mean? But we all deal with our life our own way, you know? Sometimes in the best way, sometimes in the worst way, sometimes in between. I'll say for the good and the bad for myself. I'm just blessed and happy to still be here with you guys, you know what I mean? Have this podcast. Everything is a lesson in life. You're never too old for lessons. You're never too young or old to teach someone else a lesson. You know, you just got to keep learning, man. That's all I do. I just keep learning and shit. I don't know it all. My worst thing that I can say about myself is I just get mad sometimes because I'm like, fuck, sometimes I take up so much information, I don't retain it all, you know what I mean? And sometimes when I don't remember something, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember that. And so I'm like, oh, it's the drugs, or no, it's genetics, or, you know, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But we always want to improve on ourselves as human beings, you know? Be good with each other. I used to do some crazy shit, but even then I had a conscience of what I was doing. And I knew it was crazy. If I didn't know it was crazy, then, you know what I mean? Maybe I still wouldn't be here. Maybe my life was spared because I knew the shit was crazy. I was conscious that the shit was wrong. You know what I mean? And eventually I corrected it like I have now, you know? Have the consciousness to know what the fuck you're doing at the time. I ain't gonna freestyle, dog. I don't even like to rap no more, bro. I got a lot of music and shit, but I just kind of like, I stopped fucking with it and shit because I just felt like I was too old and I took the L to be 100% with you, you know what I mean? In life, sometimes you take L's in certain things. I had a conversation with a homie by the name of Concrete. I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Concrete. I Concrete Live on Instagram. And, you know, we talked about callings and passions, you know what I mean? And I had a passion to do music, but it wasn't my calling and shit, you know? For some reason, I felt like the shit was the best shit in the world. But, you know, callings and passions. I don't know. Maybe this is my calling right here. Maybe being a father is my calling. I don't know what it is, you know? But I feel like I want to make use of my life. You know, I want to utilize what I've been through. And that's why I created this platform right here. Not because I have the greatest and best story, but I know people that have stories. And I can be the person to give them the opportunity to tell the story when a lot of people maybe wouldn't, you know what I mean? Because they're, you know, the prejudice, you know, the bias of the way certain people look. Like maybe some people won't pull a dude like Doug, you know what I mean, who lives on the streets, you know what I mean? You know, he showers. He smelled like a motherfucking rose when he was in here, if you ask me, you know? Like, but he lives on the streets, you know, and maybe some people wouldn't have him in their fucking studio, you know, because they feel like that's not meeting their standards of human beings to have in their studio. But the way I come from is, or the angle that I come from is, shit, he's just as important. Because once upon a time ago, I was there too. I was on the streets. And maybe I smelled like a rose, but I had a lot of thorns on me. You feel me? You know? Don't pick me, I'll prick you. Anyways, this is the reason for my platform. Anybody want to ask any questions before I get the fuck out of here and shit? You know, you want to hear any music, any request, you know, let's shoot that through. Also, too, don't forget about Hoodstock stickers. You know what I mean? Put that on your bumper. Let motherfuckers know you support it. So it says $1 a sticker, but if you guys fucking order a sticker on www.50racks.com, I'll send you 3 stickers. You know what I mean? You know, so that's, you know, it's a little better than just $1 for 1 sticker. It's called, you can go to www.50racks.com and order some Hoodstock stickers, you know what I mean? And that supports me. You know what I mean? That keeps me doing what I'm doing and shit. That keeps me smoking weed. I mean, you ain't got to smoke my weed high. I promise you that. But it just keeps me right here. You know what I mean? Chilling out with you guys. You guys want to talk to Doug? Let's call up Doug. You guys want to call up Doug? Let's call up Doug real quick. Hey, shout out to all the listeners, man. We've been here for a couple hours already. Let's call up Doug before we hang up. See how Doug's doing. Let's see. You guys want to hear from Doug? John Doe, where do I want to take Hoodstocks? I want to take Hoodstocks as far as Hoodstocks is supposed to go. I mean, I'm not gonna fight what's not supposed to be and what's supposed to be, because I did that with my music. I'm going with the flow right here, my G. Real shit. Call some minors. Let's call Doug, man. Let's see what Doug's going through. Let's see. This dude lives in the Wash. Check him out. Let's see if he answers.
Oh.
Doug.
What's up?
What's up, brother? Hey, you are on Hoodstocks right now, live on the phone, my G.
Yeah.
Hey, and people were requesting for me to call you because we're doing, you know, everybody's on the quarantine right now, and people wanted to know what was going on with Doug right now.
Nothing. At a friend's house.
Oh, you're at a friend's house? I mean, how is it going right now? Like, are you what's going on in your community? Are people like, they don't give a fuck? Are they like, what's the word, bro?
Shit, nobody's been in the street for the last couple of days. It's been empty. But today's like, yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden they came out today. So everybody's getting over it.
Oh,
somebody sent me a text earlier that said that hot lemon juice takes care of the virus.
Lemon juice, that's it. Huh? Lemon juice takes care of the virus. Is the word on the streets. Hey, hey, check it out, Doug. I hear some broad yapping in the background. She sounds like a super chicken. So I'm gonna hang up with you because it's loud as fuck. We love you, Doug. Everybody's been talking about you. We love you. We love you, my boy. We gone.
All right. Thanks.
Doug wasn't trying to hear all that shit, man. I don't even know why I gave him a fucking clap. Fuck Doug. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing. I love Doug. All right, what are we doing? He fucking his lady. Real shit. Real shit. Keep doing what you do, G, and fuck you. Yes, I love that. Steven, Pro, fuck you too, the Mama G, and that means I love you. Shout out to Doug. Yes, sir. Okay, hey, so check it out. Since we're on this lockdown right now, I'll give you a story. You guys want to hear a story? We just called Mike Rico. That was him. We just called Doug right now. So check it out. I got this right here. You guys see that? My laptop. I got my laptop right there. I got this little thing that keeps my laptop right there. All right. And then right here, I'm gonna point up there. I have a screen. It's a flat screen TV on a wall with an extended thing, and it just pops out like this. Yeah, put me to sleep. Anyways, so that's what I look at when you guys see me looking at shit away. What's Natural Mystic? Close out the podcast with Natural Mystic. Okay. What is Natural Mystics? Is that a song? That's a song. I'm gonna close out the podcast with a song by Myself. You guys want to hear a song by myself? I'll play you guys a song by myself. About me, Lucky Sun Zoo. This one, it's actually King's Throne on all platforms. If you guys like this song, it's called King's Throne. I did it with me, my cousin Dope One, on all digital platforms. King's Throne. Okay, check that out. And this one is called The Ceremony. Day One, The Ceremony. Here we go.
Let the ceremony begin. Countless battles, I walk with no shadow. Desert in sandal, the ghost with the candle. King of all crowns, rip the rattle off serpents. Blood I thirst, since I am the worst. Follow your footsteps, you have no footprints. I am the surface, you worthless purpose. The moon, the stars, I'm connected to darkness. Heads of marksmen, I've hunted the farthest. Village of troops, on top the roofs. Black Sunday service with Holocaust roots. Homo Kabbalah, black magic and balas. These AKs and hollows will leave you forgotten. This bottomless season, you looking for me, Mussolini, Gaddafi, the world cannot stop me. I'm legend, remember me? Gifted since birth, you were delivered in a hearse. Your mother and your father trade your soul for a curse. I'm a soldier, coming at you like a locomotive. Never knew I navigate the culture. Service at the tabernacle potions. The devil made my father, little spirit set beside me. My mother was a slave to 3 witches on the island. Ever cheat death? Ever wake up and can't catch one breath? Master of obstacles, Nostradamus. I structure the continent, the director of operas. I swing my arms, I move the seas. I change the weather, I'm 100 degrees. The god of chaos, I shed no pity. Come over for the seance. Hey, kitty, kitty, the ruler of your conscience.
Hey, I love you,
In your
motherfuckers.
head, I'm a monster.
Thank you for fucking with your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no way you
we
gonna
out.
stop
Hood
this.
stars.
The ruler of your conscience.
Love you,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. We gone.
We gonna stop it. Yeah.
See you in a couple days.
Pablo Master Ceremonial. Godfather, Rito.